Well, hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Hey, Next Gen, how are you? Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I'm a big fan of these Kingroon machines, and this seems like a pretty cool one. Does it run a toolhead control board? I don't know. I'm going to take it out of the box, and we will see. But there's a lot to discover here. Should be a fun little machine. Kind of an interesting price point. Seems like there's quite a bit to offer, and I'll go over a few things here and there. But before we get started, hello and welcome everybody. I don't think my music's playing. Let's go ahead and play some tunage a little bit. There we go. Let me know as always before we get too deep into starting if my audio levels are correct. Hopefully the music is not too loud, but maybe you guys want to hear it a little bit. I don't know. You guys let me know how all that is. Then we'll get started. But let's see what was going on. It was 90 today. Is that temperature-wise? Waves? Oh, I waved back. Hey, Mr. Ed. Serge, how are you? The lack of Honeywell. Yeah, the Honeywell's still on the floor. Sad but true. One of these days, I'll have, probably shortly, I'll have a stream with YouTube members and Patreon members, and we'll just hang out, and I'll do things like that, where I'll put that up, and we'll just hang out and talk about things and the state of stuff. And Jeff, how you doing? Israel, how are you? I see you said hola. I can barely, if at all, speak Spanish. I'm not even going to attempt. Hopefully this isn't vulgar, what this says. But hello, sir, and welcome. No habla inglés, I can read that. If you have subtitles on, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm going to try really hard to understand you. But, yeah, I can only speak Russian and English. Grey Wolf, it's small as far as bed size. Yes, but that's totally fine. It is a bed slinger. And I'll kind of show my Kingroon off that I love, and I'm not getting rid of. I'm going to hold on to this machine for as long as, until I don't have space anymore, which is kind of how the rest of my machines are going. But yeah, we'll see. Michael, hello, hello, hello. Midlife Chaos, how you doing? Hey, look at that. Surge was first. Printer for ants. There's definitely a space for small printers, and that's just not like a weird pun. I've gone through a ton of different machines, and let me tell you, sometimes I print large, yes, but even some of the biggest prints I've still printed on tiny machines. I'll show some off. Guys, let me know about the audio. Quinn, how's your day going? Physically and mentally. Physically, I went mountain biking this morning before work. I'm lucky enough to have a shower at my office. My office space that I lease for my other business used to be a small gym where they shot video. Not a gym like where people come and openly work out, but like a studio gym. So it has a shower in it. This is one of the perks to the office. So I don't have to like share a bathroom with the rest. So I went mountain biking in the morning, did around 11 miles, had a good time. Then I showered, did work, came home, hung with the family, and now we're here. So very little to complain about. Life is good. Mika, good day, Feder. And good day, Mika. Привет. Nice. I see what you did there. Did you get the bed level add-on? No. I think it actually has one. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But my Kingroon is just off to the side here. It does not have auto bed leveling, and it has never needed it. It's just too small to require that. It's really easy to level. Seems like from what I read, it's an A3 level sensor. I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. I don't know what A3 means. Anyway, here, let's take a look actually what it does have. Oh, it looks like my music's not playing. At least here it's not. Alright, bear with me as always. I'm not sure why this type of thing happens. There's either a glitch with OBS or I'm not using it correctly. Okay, is that double music now? That seems okay. Winamp screen, like why is this not... hold on. There we go. Anyway, hopefully that's... You know, you guys haven't said anything about the audio level, so I don't know. So I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully everything is fine. But let me know if you have a second. It streams music now? Okay, good. Yeah, I want a little bit of music for sure. Here, let me just double check if it's doing it here too. Yep, I got music, got mic. Okay, should be okay. Audio level's good. Alright, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Alright, so let's see what it says here on their website. So it looks like on their website right now it's $280, which arguably, compared to other machines that are doing the same thing here, this is either fair or just a hair too much. Like, for example, well, the SV06 isn't the clipper machine and doesn't have an MCU, so it's definitely missing that level, but that's been going on for sale. The closest probably, what, the Neptune, the Elegoo Neptune 4. I've never had my hands on a single Elegoo machine, but that machine's $250, and it offers pretty much the same thing this does, except this is just smaller with a smaller footprint. So I think between here and $250, it's probably a fair price. Just where the market is going, I feel like, unfortunately for all the companies that make this like higher end bed slinger machine at the moment, you guys know what the market's doing. I don't need to name any of those brands. You guys are fully aware. But they're definitely pushing the pricing way down. Soval is linear. Yes, the SV06. Just off the screen, I have an SV06 right over here. I'm working on a video for it. Yeah, linear rod. You're missing out. Which thing am I missing out on, Michael? Kingroon has all linear rails. Yes, it does. So better value. Yeah, definitely more longevity there. Yes, if you can argue construction in general is better on this. There's no plastic parts holding nothing together. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree. Oh, Neptune. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I ever reached out to them, but they've definitely never reached out to me. I think I reached out to them a long time ago, like under 10K subs, and before you have 10,000 subs, companies don't really want to even talk to you. So I always had a really hard time getting any responses. I still do, but I honestly haven't reached out to them. One of the reasons really is because they tend to make, outside of resin, obviously, they tend to make pretty much Ender 3 clones. And I know to the general person, it doesn't get old, but like to somebody who's just constantly opening boxes, putting them together, putting them through their paces, putting them back, that type of thing, they tend to get old. They really do. And I didn't think that was the case for a long time until somewhat recently. But I'm not saying they're not good. I hear nothing but great things about Neptune machines, especially the latest. It seems like they have taken the Creality approach where they've been iterating, and now it's kind of like maxed out and really good. So yeah, I have no doubt that I'm missing out there. I've gone to the dark side. I'm never coming back. Yeah, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with the dark side. They have their own, you know. Well, there's good people on both sides. That's a stupid joke. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Oh, also, everybody, there is a pinned comment at the top where we are giving away a roll of filament from 3D Max. 3D Max has a bunch of cool stuff happening very shortly. So I'm just way more excited just in general about the brand, and I'm really excited for them, and I'm really happy that they sponsor these live events. But there is a Gleam link at the top of the chat. It should look like this. Sign up. You have to be present. I usually pick right around 12 a.m. You have to be present. You have to be in the United States. But go ahead and jump in there. Answer the question. How many printers do you own? What are they? Very simple. And then you could win a roll of filament. I think last time we had 30 people. So your chances to win in these streams are pretty high, since the streams aren't top tier. Hey, Papa's here, everybody. The giveaway should be pinned at the top. No link on my screen, not there. Okay, alright. My apologies. Let me scroll way up. Yep, that's because I didn't hit this button. There we go. That should be at the top. Should be pinned to the top. Let me know if it's there, and we'll move on from there. But I want to make sure that you guys see it. Do I see it on the screen? Yeah, there you go. It's now right there. So it should be pinned at the top. Yeah, my bad, guys. I didn't pin it. I set it early, like as soon as I set up the stream link, but I never I never pinned it. Remember when I said I was gonna get better at these things eventually? Hasn't happened yet. All right. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Technica. How you doing? Not that it'll help me any. Hey, maybe, you know. All right, let's go down the line. So we got the list. Looks like it ships pretty much anywhere: Canada, Mexico, Japan, Russia. Where is it? CN? Is it Canada or China? I don't know. Don't remember which CN is. I'm guessing because Canada is here. That's China, US, and EU. Hey, Lester, how you doing? Really good to see you, Lester. Thanks for hopping on, buddy. How you doing, man? I hope everything's looking up for you. All right, so look, right away they say that it's a fast print speed 3D printer, which, you know, it can be. It's all linear motion, should be pretty good. Has clipper, which is probably the main point of this machine, right? Let's click on some of these. Maybe they'll give us some pointers. So we got 500 millimeters per second. That's pretty high. Let's just say it's going to print around 200, maybe 300 on the daily. Ooh, Vancouver. Cool. I really want to go up there. I would love to do some mountain biking and pretty much anywhere in Canada. It's kind of a dream of mine. I never got a chance to go out there. At home, mate. Okay, well, that you know, that's good. As full as you could be. Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm bad at streaming, huh? It's okay. All right. What other fun marketing things they got here? XYZ adopts high-speed micro rail MGN 12. Are they 12s? Yeah, I kind of expected 9s. They're 12s. Okay, so next gen. Now I understand what you're talking about. I thought there were 9s. They're 12s. So that's a thick rail on there. That's pretty good. Here's something really interesting. Here, I'm gonna zoom in manually like this. So check out this little assembly that they got going on. So they have a really light stepper. It's not a pancake stepper. They have dual gears. They have their own little board in here. And looks like a 5015 air blower. If you can look at the bottom here, this is the same style as the Chitty-Tech X Plus 3. Which is cool. So that's a lot of air going. If you look down here, I think there's an all-metal hot end with a ceramic heater block. So, hey JP, how you doing? Yeah, we have an auto bed leveler inside here. This whole thing looks like a heatsink. This looks like a significant upgrade over what Kingroon has on the non-V2, on the KP3S Pro, which is a really cool sight to see. 300 now. Okay, so this is saying 350 speed print, which I'm assuming is the regular print speed. I'm sure it can move up to 500, but you're probably not going to want to. Built-in 80XL. Okay, that's fantastic. St. Till toolhead is the K1. Yeah, essentially. Hey, Numeric, how you doing? All-metal extruder. 9.5 to 1 gear ratio. Yep, 9.5 to 1. Has a little display. You know, the display is whatever. It's the same display as on my Voron Trident, so that's something. Integrated Wi-Fi module. This is looking good. Multi-interface options, right? Because you can be on the internet, you can be on the display, you can be on the you can be on your phone, all sorts of things. Auto bed leveling. Yeah, this is looking really good. It says, P.S. Old version without screen means the first version of KP3S Pro V2. It uses a V1 mainboard, no built-in Wi-Fi. Hot end with PTFE tube, 6:1. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. I don't know which one I have. I don't know if I have the first version. I guess we're going to find out. It will be a problem if I do have the one that does not have a built-in Wi-Fi, because I don't have Ethernet. I'm all Wi-Fi. What's the build volume? 200 by 200 by 200. Nice. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So, just in case you guys didn't notice, right here off to the side, this is my KP3S Pro. And as you can see, I have an afterburner on it. Not a stealth burner, still an afterburner because I use the stock pancake motor. It does have a new hot end there with all metal, with a hardened steel nozzle. Off the back here, right back here, I have a Raspberry Pi. I think it's a B plus back there, just what I had on hand. So this thing runs Clipper. I have, you know, PTFE. I redid some of the wiring. I still don't like some things about this, especially that the sensor is here, the filament sensor. I think I'm just not going to use it anymore and just go direct to the toolhead. But so far, I really enjoy this machine. I still use it whenever I need to print like multi-color stuff that I'm gonna like later assemble. I always have this thing, you know, printing at least something because it's so reliable. I also ended up putting, insulating the bed. I'm not sure if it was insulated or not, but I ended up like wrapping the whole thing in tape back there with insulation. And I also put in silicone spacers instead of springs. And then I printed some new knobs onto the bottom that are a little sturdier than those stock little yellow things that it comes with. So overall, I am a huge fan of this setup. I just love this machine. It's been extremely reliable. So this is, I have literally a direct comparison to a machine that I essentially made. The difference, I guess, would be that it has auto bed leveling on this new one. So yeah, we'll catch up with you later. So tired. Hey man, you definitely take it easy. And oh, hold on, let me get the camera. There we go. Yeah man, thank you for jumping in. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you like the studio. Yeah, man, you can always watch these things afterwards and catch up and, you know, shoot me a message at some point on Discord or wherever. We'll chat, man. So take it easy, man. Rest up. Hey, Andre, how you doing? But yeah, back to this. One thing I want to grab. For any Diablo fans out there, this Herodric cube, you have quite a treasure there in your Herodric cube. This entire Herodric cube was printed on this machine. See how long this is gonna take. Well, I think you get the idea. I filled the entire print space with this. I mean, you tell me. This is probably going to be bigger than what most people are going to ever be printing, ever. So I know some people say, like, oh, small printer, useless, that type of thing, but not true, boys. So yeah, yep, full bed, zero issues. In fact, here's the crazy part. There's the crazy part. This whole piece, like it was printed down, all of this was supportless and printed on this stock machine. Think about that. Think about that. Hey, Ben. What hardware do you have following you around? I have a Osbot Tiny 4K camera. So the whole thing is on a gimbal. Like, it's just like a gimbal camera. And it follows my face. So if I go over here, that's everything. And then, you know, I can get it to stop by waving my hand, and now it'll sit there. So I want it to catch up. I give it a little howl, and bam. So, what are the things in it? So if you play Diablo 2 at all, these are runes that you can like put inside of items. And if you put them in a certain combination, it makes a whole new item that's extremely strong in the game. So, like, this is an rune that gives you extra resistances to elements. I've been playing Diablo 2 for over 20 years. I've been playing it since pretty much it came out, since I was a kid. Yeah, there's actually the original double disc with LOD right there with the original CD keys on there. 90% of my prints are even smaller. Yeah, so it's I don't think it's a problem. I play Diablo 4. I do too. I just finally got the horse. I don't have that much time left over after doing these videos and stuff to like sit down and play, but I try to get a couple hours in here and there. One of my goals was to get a character high enough to get the horse. I think I'm like, I think I'm a necromancer at what, like 36, somewhere there. I finally got the horse. Just going through the story, and then I'll be doing dungeons and stuff. Diablo Immortal. Yep, I play some Immortal. I know there's a lot of strange hate for Immortal, but I have this device right here. This is the Pocket, Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. And it's essentially an Android device, and I run Immortal on here, and not only does it look beautiful and play amazingly well, but the controls are great. It's definitely the best portable Diablo ever. I don't know what the deal is. There's just some weird hatred going on for no reason. All these weird purists in D2. D2 was best. In fact, I think D2R is better than D2 in pretty much every possible which way. D2R like looks how D2 is in my brain, but as soon as you hit that switch in D2R or even load up D2, which I still do occasionally and still have a ton of characters in both. I think I have a max 20 in D2R. Yeah, but just whatever. It's cool. Yeah, next gen. I agree. It's great. I have no quarrels about it. I love it. What camera are you using? It's called the Osbot Tiny 4K. I'm using both of them. So I have this one is the Osbot Meet 4K. So it also does a gimbal type of thing, except it doesn't actually have a gimbal. It kind of like crops in on 4K. Whereas this one is a gimbaled camera, the Tiny 4K. I think it was around $275. Somewhere in that region. It has a decent microphone too, although I'm not using it at the moment. I crossplay on the phone, Steam Deck, and PC. Yeah, it was actually surprisingly better on PC. Like I didn't expect it. I'm like playing a mobile game, so I got used to that. And then I played it a few times before D4 came out, and I really enjoyed it. Hey, Icy, how you doing? Okay, why don't we get into it, right? Because what time we already got? It's already 9:24. Thanks for adding another game of Life of Love that I'm playing. Yeah, Giovanni Giorgio. I am Giovanni. But you could call me Giorgio. Man, I can't believe I missed out on that meme the entire time. Yes, perfect camera. Yeah, it's that's why I got it. So, I think originally Per Gear wanted me to review I think it was the Tiny, but they sent me the wrong camera. And I liked the non-gimbaled one so much, I ended up buying this one. Yeah, so one of the things I noticed, because I also use it for video occasionally, is when I'm steady, obviously in live stream you might not notice, but when I'm steady, it's super crisp 4K. When it does start to follow you around, it kind of loses that crispiness a little bit, and it doesn't matter in this setting, but when you're trying to like capture a video and this type of thing happens, you can kind of see it. One of the other major things about it is, for example, here, let me switch to this one because I don't want to break that one. You have like full control on your PC, so like I can crop in and like make it go wherever. I can make it sharper. I can change the image. Just you have a little applet that's open, so it's actually pretty cool tech. Got smooth PI sheet, Pixmar C card, nice. Yeah, smooth PI is interesting. I'm liking the one in the K1. I know some people don't like it. I don't know why. I think it's fantastic. Anyway, all right. So you guys heard my little spiel about this machine. I'll go set it back for now. But I don't have an 80XL on it. I use my like portable 80XL. And now I'm gonna have to redo it since I moved it probably. But that machine's been pretty awesome. I print usually around 200, 220 on it, and it's been super reliable. I haven't messed with the profile in forever. I just have no need anymore because it's been so good. So if this one can stick around 300 and you don't have to modify it or buy a Pi or anything like that, well, this is going to be an easy recommendation. So now I guess I just have to figure out... I mean, this says old version without screen. This, according to the box at least, has a screen. We'll find out. Hopefully this one has a screen. Because I'm going to need Wi-Fi. I want to try PEY sheet. Yeah, the patterns, all those patterns look great. Anything else on here? We got tensioners. Online storage. Support online storage of automatic leveling offset data. Oh, they meant like Clipper. Yeah. Okay. Fast network. Not going to use that though. Active vibration. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, let's check this thing out. I'm kind of excited about it. And I was looking down here. Integrated Wi-Fi module. Yes, yes, yes. So we will see which... Actually, we don't need to update the firmware because the firmware will be updated when we get Clipper running. We'll do it there. Language. Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, the box is tiny, guys. It's tiny. Okay. Yeah, there was like instructions somewhere on how to get system image. There was instructions on how to get Wi-Fi running, and it was kind of interesting because this has like an integrated board, which we'll look at. To get the Wi-Fi running, you have to like open the document with a text editor. Hope it runs stock Clipper. Me too. I don't know much about this thing, but I'm really eager to find out. It's pretty good. I'm thinking of trying my luck with some PEO. Yep, that's cool. I read that printer don't have Wi-Fi unless I was looking at a different printer. No, it says it has built-in Wi-Fi. So let's just get unboxing and see what it's all about. All right, so quite the thick manual actually. Let's see what we got. So spool holders on top, which I won't be able to use honestly, just because of where I would keep this machine. Okay, so it attaches the same way the other one did. Since it uses a leveling sensor, it doesn't need a stop on the bottom, which is nice because that was kind of annoying on my machine. Okay, so this is just how to do this stuff. Oh, okay, so we got Wi-Fi right on there. I wonder if I'll be able to add Wi-Fi through that screen, although adding the password and stuff to that would be kind of annoying. Yep, okay, so it looks like there should just be files for us right in the Clipper front end. Oh yeah, here we go. So we would have to open WPA supplicant on the USB. Okay, cool. Yeah, and the rest is how to do. So it looks like they set up a bunch of macros for us. All right, let's get to that. Let's get this thing assembled as fast as possible so we can get to that part. We just got a loose PI. It's double-sided. Looks exactly the same like what I have on mine. We have a power cable. We're definitely going to need that. We have our useless filament. Is this silk? Yeah, it's like a silk filament, not white. Doubt it. Alright. What's this? The lead screw? Alright, let's see. So we got a box here. Kingroon spare parts. What kind of spare parts? We got our screen. Little tiny baby. I thought it was gonna be a little small, a little bit larger than that. But it doesn't actually matter. We have a USB stick. Please don't use white. I won't. We'll pick something else. Wow, this feels like a quality USB drive. It has no text on it at all. Like, just nothing. It doesn't even say how big it is. Set that aside. This, next gen, you probably know what this is. Micro SD to eMMC adapter. I don't know what that would be for right away, but eMMC, what would you need that for? I guess for, no, not like an ADXL on the outside, but it's from MakerBase. Next gen, you would know. I have no clue. I'll put it back in here. Yeah, it's a reflashing the EMC storage drive. Okay. It's a faster drive for OS that goes on the main board. I'm not gonna need it though, since it's for flashing. Worst thing I did when I was getting my 3D printer was I got 2K of white filament. Worst choice. Yeah, not a lot of fans for that. Not a lot of fans for the white filament. Z-axis screws. This is for the whole assembly for the top. We have tools and a hardened nozzle? Yeah, there is a hardened steel nozzle in here, 0.4 millimeter. I wonder what's installed on there. Oh yeah, there is a hardened steel nozzle installed on there. That's cool. All right, we have some zip ties. We have a decent set of pliers. Nice thick handles, not like the super flat cheap ones. These are nice. Yeah, they have a nice spring in there too. And the only other thing here is some more screws that we will take out. But that's it. So let's put that stuff back. That didn't fit in there, did it? Okay. Alright. Alright, I guess that's it really. Let's get the machine out. I'm guessing this cable does not unplug. Maybe. No, it does unplug. Okay, that's cool. Oh, okay, so it's running CAN bus. MakerBase supplied with the EMC drives. The control board could be a cheater board for MakerBase, similar board to ChidiTech X Plus 3. I think it is pretty similar to what ChidiTech is doing. This has a CAN bus talking to the toolhead, so that's going to be extremely simple for wiring. There's literally nothing. This is for the X motor. Cool, very simple. You know, this 12 millimeter rails is quite nice. I don't know why I expected 9. I guess just because of the size of the motor. I mean, the size of the printer. Pain in the ass to set up, but it's faster than the SD card. Never tried. Don't know. Look at that direct. The direct extruder is cool. Here, I can pull that image up on the screen so you guys can see. But is this one? Can I open this like this? Let's see if it's large. Yeah, like that's nice. That is really nice. Ceramic heating unit. 50-15 fan. This is a huge step up. There's a built-in heatsink. The extruder looks like the extruder is the heatsink. Here we have, looks like, okay, well that's kind of a bit of a bummer. I don't think it'll actually matter. But it looks like the bearing here is built in. Well, for example, if I try to keep it down there where the other printer is, this won't fit. It'll be just a hair too tall. Yeah, pancake stepper motor. Yeah, it's really well done. The cooling fan looks like a 30 millimeter fan, which is fine. Well, the bearing's in there correctly. It's loose, which is how it's supposed to be. You don't want this thing to be tightened. You want it to have some play so that that Z-rod can move around and not introduce anything into the movement of the machine. Nice, super compact. Actually, kind of hefty, to be honest. We'll open that up and see what it looks like on the inside. Let's see if it has strain relief. That's actually one of the things I don't like about mine. Yep, so built-in strain relief on the bed. Right over here, it's bolted directly, so that's not moving anywhere. So that's really nice. You know, we have double rails, belt tensioner. We'll plug for the screen. Oh, look at that. The front, interesting. The front has an HDMI. You guys know what that's for. An SD and a USB-C. This is pretty interesting. That's for running clipper screen. That's really cool, actually. That is really cool. Is that the first machine? The first machine that I know of that has that? I can't think of anything that has an external HDMI. I like that. Hey, Renovic, how are you? And this is a magic wand. Z-axis lead screw. Okay, let me get this box down. Let's see. Let's put the stuff that I don't need back in. Don't need that. As you can tell behind me, I have a ton of boxes. I got the SV06, the Ming the Magician X2. Still working on the video for that. I just haven't had the chance. I would have done it tonight, but we're here. And then this. And also the CB1 adapter with the adapter, which is really cool. Got that all set up, and I finally got the Pad 7 out, and this thing is awesome. It's because it has maker-based Pi board. Yes, yeah. It seems like all the maker-based stuff is pretty good. Yes, well, yeah. You can also do to an HDMI screen. You could technically run what's it called? Clipper screen. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, let's get my tools. I have a BTT 54B with a CB1. I love it. Nice. Yep. I think I will need mine for a future build. That's going to come up here shortly. By the way, another thing I just noticed is the bed does not have springs. It is a hard-mounted bed. So there's no adjustment. There's no nonsense. It looks like the rear motor here is attached via metal. Everything looks nice. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Hodo, what do you think of 3D printed guns? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean exactly? Which part? Because that's a very general statement. I think in my state, you now have to serialize everything. I think that was already in the beginning of the year. So even if you had regardless of the material, if you had a lower that was not serialized, what they used to call ghost guns, not used to, what they call ghost guns, you had to get it registered. Just like if they're practical, they're not practical. They're definitely not practical. So, you know, there's a guy that does this specifically. What was it? 3D Print General. So I know he split his channel up for 3D printing and 3D printed guns now. So he has two. But the 3D Print General is an expert in 3D printed guns, and I'm sure he'll tell you, like, yeah, you can make them somewhat reliable, but they're still, like, it's just a hobby thing. Like, it's really fun to build your own. Just like you build a 3D printer, some people are just into guns and they build their own gun. There's a lot of parts, there's a lot of moving things you get going, and if you can, like, make one yourself and then put it together and then go to the gun range, well, that's really fun. But in terms of its practicality, you know, how many videos does he have going out there getting ready to shoot something and it gets jammed, or just, you know, they're unreliable because they're plastic you make yourself. So there's a limitation, but I'm definitely not against them. As long as you're doing everything legally, I don't mind it at all. I think it's actually really neat. Just like you building a bike, just like you building this, whatever your hobby is, if you can be a responsible gun owner that does everything by the book, and you can still have fun, you go hunting, you can go to the range, if you have your own property where it has enough space, that's fantastic. I have nothing against it. Like a super soaker. I want to build one of those Nerf sniper rifles. Yes, that does seem like a pretty fun thing. And I actually have a ton of Nerf guns just in general. Back in the day, before my friends and I had kids, we would all go, like, rent a house somewhere, like mountains or something, once in a blue moon, and we'd always have this thing where, since we're all together, we would go to the store, usually like a Walmart or something, and buy Nerf guns, and have Nerf gun battles at the place, wherever we were staying. It was really fun. I'm just going to undo this fan real quick. So after that, we've collected a ton of Nerf guns. That was in where? That was in whatever Vino is. It's actually Vin 0. Alright, so let's take a look. So here's what we got. IC plugs on everything. Everything seems crimped. Everything has a nice labeled plug. Everything is zip tied where it's supposed to. So this actually says Kingroon KP Cheetah V2. Actually, no, it's not Big Tree Tech. It's MKS. So MKS uses these for their Voron. If you build a Voron V0.2, you could use this board. Unless I'm mistaken, that's right. Now my head hurts thinking. That's what I thought. That's what I thought the Cheetah was. But yeah, very nice. Heat sinks. Looks like there's still a ton of ports you can mess with. There's another fan port. There's 3 more ports called PA1, PA4, PA3. They're all 3 prongers. It looks like SG and V5. So you can add RGB to this. It only has 3 drivers. Yeah, you're right. Nice little board. Yeah. And we have a little Wi-Fi. Okay, so this sticker on the front, which I kind of thought was like just like a cheap sticker, is actually the Wi-Fi antenna. So that's pretty interesting. GD32 chip. Look at this cute little power supply. The model is 300 FGK24. It's nice. I like that it still has a bunch of room to expand on. Yeah, clever for the antenna. Yeah, need 4 for Voron. Oh, okay. What am I thinking of? Why does it sound like cheetah? Is it another animal? Is there one that's like a different animal? Now I'm confused. They do have a skipper board. So that's a rebranded FiSec board. Is that where I'm remembering it from FiSec? But then again, yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, Cheetah V2. It says Kingroon KP Cheetah V2. Cool. Also worth noting that there is even though this is all stamped steel, there's also a 2020 extrusion in the back. So this thing is not only hefty, but very robust. And we have a 60mm fan, or 50mm fan. So far, nice little setup. Very simple. Very clean. I like it. I have good luck with MKS. Me too. Nice little rubber feet on the bottom there. Huh. The power supply size is cute. Hey Randy, how you doing, buddy? This is a cool little machine. I don't know if you caught the inside of it, but nice little setup. Hey Adrian, how are you? Nice little setup this thing has. All right, so I guess we put the rest together, right? Let's see how the screen goes. It looks like you just plug it in and it kind of hangs, so let's just do that real quick. Also, the screen mount is also metal. So everything is metal on this thing. It's heavy. "4 a.m. lives." Well, for me, they're 9:49 p.m. lives. Yeah, I know nothing about that machine other than it's small and supposedly good. Yeah, I just had my other one up on the desk, like the Kingroon KP. Oh, you can't see it back there. Well, you can kind of see the orange toolhead right there. Yeah, that's running Clipper from a Raspberry Pi, and it has all metal hot end. The only thing that machine doesn't have that this technically does is what's it called? Auto bed leveling, which auto bed leveling and everything is already done for you. This is already going to be favorable. What's the price point? $280. Hold on. Yeah, $280 at the moment. So it looks like there's some kind of $20 off situation going on. What I like about this printer is the profile. Yeah, it also has linear rails and 12mm linear rails, which I for some reason thought they were going to be 9s, which is cool. And also this hot end that I'm keeping on the screen is really nice. It runs CAN bus, has an ADXL built in, just so many nice little niceties. You should have more ways to enter your Gleam giveaway. So if I pay for Gleam, I can. But if I don't pay for Gleam, I only get one and very limited ways to enter. You know, it's not about getting your information. Camp comes setup, I doubt it. I don't know anything about the actual setup. I did see that it comes with fluid, so we'll see what it looks like. I'll take a look. But camp is really easy to put in. You know, all like already done for you. I know. A lot of people do. Quinn, but yeah, I don't pay for Gleam, and the reason is I want it to be the simplest way you can enter, so that I can just give this away. Like, this is from me to you, and 3D Max is just kind enough to just send these. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't, as much as I'd like to make it a little bit more fun and whatnot, for me, it's just a way for me to give back to people that stay to the end, you know? And hopefully at some point soon, we will be able to do international giveaways and not just the US. But for now, it has to stay the US. Whoops. No, I thought I was doing it upside down at first. Nope, it's like this. Alright, so let's see. What would be the best way to do this? Probably on the side. This thing is surprisingly heavy. Actually, you know what? Let's do the off the table method. it's heavy enough not to go anywhere. Yeah, so how do I know what's happening here? Oh, I guess it just sits like that. Okay. Oh, looks like my chat got stuck. Here we go. Look up this printer, and a guy with another review has the $20. You'll find it if you look at a specific model. Not many videos out yet. Look up this, another guy with another review has the $20. You mean like a $20 off coupon? That's cool. Yeah, I don't have a strong enough relationship with Kingroon for them to offer me that. Yeah. If that's cool, go ahead. He'll get the link. He will get the affiliate link though. So if you want to support him, use that, and obviously you get $20 off. So hard sell on my part for you not to use that, because $20 in this price at this price point is actually quite a bit. Wait, am I even doing the right thing? No, that's for this side. Yeah, this is for this side. Okay, what is in the way here? Something's in the way. There we go. All right, those are in. Now let's get these in. Where's that go? And it looks like we get some extras. Hey, Ron Gizmo, thanks for becoming a sponsor of the channel. I appreciate that. Mag sheet, yeah, mag. I have grease on my fingers, but here, I'll touch then. We have a double-sided PEI. I wish my dad had hobbies like 3D printing, and it makes me mad because I have to carve my paths to my hobbies. Yeah, my dad's kind of old school. He never had any of that kind of stuff. He wasn't even into woodworking or anything like that, but he was a car mechanic for a long time. So his hobby was kind of just constantly, staying busy and working on things. Then he got into boats. So that's always been his thing. So yeah, I can relate. But it's fun carving your own thing, because it's really cool sometimes to like just show him what's going on, and he's like gets his mind blown, when he sees this stuff. Like, he hasn't been down here in a long time, and when he comes in here and I get to show him this for a few minutes, he'll be so overwhelmed. Alright, as always, I touched a bunch of grease with my hand. That seems to be a theme. Alright, what's next? We gotta tighten this. I need probably just regular keys for that. Make sure that's down in there. It is. Okay. Got to go. Teams meeting. All right, buddy. See you later. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll talk later. All right, let's go ahead and plug in. Also, this is so neat and tidy. Here, let me make this view a little bit better. Since it's such a small machine, I actually have to kind of zoom in. Focus mode, auto's fine. And then let's make this a little bit brighter. There we go. That's tiny, yeah, it's a little guy. Well, I don't know, well, you know what, I'm gonna keep this print out. Just so I can remind the folks that are just coming in at the size of what you can print on this machine. This is a Haradra Q from D2. So this was printed on this machine. It's 200 by 200 by 200, and I pretty much filled that entire space when it was stock, and it was fantastic. Looks sturdy. Oh yeah, this thing is extremely robust. Hey, I created. How you doing? Glad I made it. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. All right, let's keep going. All right, now this thing's in the shot. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm gonna plug in this CAN bus and X motor. I'm guessing CAN bus goes downward. It's keyed, so it's only one way. Yeah, I love how simple the wiring is. I actually need a couple zip ties up here as like a wire string. And they do include zip ties. Actually, before I zip tie that, do you guys want to see the hot end, or we're just gonna go by this thing? No, Quinn, she doesn't yet. She's too little, but she's definitely showing more and more interest in 3D printed stuff. Obviously, she's a little bit spoiled. I've been printing stuff for her since, you know, since as far as she can remember. JP, you do want me to take it apart? All right, let's do it. Might as well. The problem with taking it apart is time. I kind of want to get into to see how it prints and stuff. The tension on this screw is so high. There we go. That seems a little better. Also, there's no PTFE tube. Is there supposed to be one? No, because there's no run-out sensor. Nice gearing on there, by the way. It's not your typical gearing. Does this show it? This kind of shows it, so I don't know if you guys see my mouse. But right here, what you don't see is the big teeth. It has the larger gears that grab the filament on both sides. Oh yeah, so it's like geared down. It has a bunch of gearing. So this gear from the motor is actually it's actually powering this one. This gear is powering the two teeth on the bottom, so it's pretty cool. LGX Lite style gears, yes, except it has one more gear than the LGX Lite. I don't remember the second. No, does it have a gear? I don't remember anymore. Thanks for the giveaway filament. All right, nice. Received it today. Cool. I don't want me to use it. No poop emoji. You did get brown, right? Make a no poop emoji. For the cat litter box. Nice. David, actually, no, you didn't get brown. You got something else. I don't remember who got brown. That was a recent one. Oh, you did get brown. Okay. But it's getting close to your bedtime. Why? Am I getting confused already? It's 10. Alright, let's pop this cover off. YOLO. I just noticed this belt tensioner is all the way loose as well. I guess for shipping. Nice and smooth movement. How about this one? This one's good. Very smooth. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, yeah, good thing I didn't zip tie that. Alright, so we got, yeah, 50-15 fan, kind of heavy. Here, let's On the zoomy zoom. What's the upper temp? 300. What a time to be alive. Yeah, there's so many printers. It's really hard to keep up, to be honest. Like, it's kind of annoying. Alright, let's see. So, we have, if I turn it this way, you'll be able to see them. Here's what I'm talking about. We got the big boy drive gears. So then this motor essentially drives this gear right here, the big one. And then this guy drives the two gears. Oh, hold on, I covered the chat again. Hey, GM. Chris, I'm upgrading some things on my Aquila and just found your channel. Nice. I just want to say thank you. Your videos have been a big help. You're very welcome. I wish I had more stuff for the Aquila, honestly. And I unfortunately haven't had the chance to check out any of their new stuff. They didn't want to send it to me for some reason. At least that's what I heard. So, I don't know. But yeah, I still have my Aquilas, and hopefully I come up with some stuff for it here shortly. Once I get through this queue of these machines, there's so much coming out. It's just incredible. So yeah, glad you're here. Check things out. And if you have questions, you know, jump in the Discord. There's a lot of people in the Discord that have Aquilas still. You can troubleshoot there, show off your prints, like that type of thing. Uses all metal CHT Pro Volcano style hot end bimetal heat break. There you go. Oh, I've never seen that pancake motor before. A bunch of the new machines use this pancake motor. It's 7:04 p.m. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's 10:04 here. Alright, so what else we got? We have our, it looks like an adjustable height auto bed leveling sensor, which is also going to be the Z sensor. Little board over here. Yeah, I have a little Raspberry Pi chip. Let me see if you guys can see that. Aquila gang! Check this little cutie out. It's so small. This is max zoom on my 4K camera. Hold on, hold on. You guys see that? Little Raspberry Pi chip right there. Cool. There's expansion for more. Looks like a little place for RGB pins and potentially another fan. It does read 12 volts. Yep, fan 12 volts. What's this? MTDET. Oh, that's material detection. So this is if you have a runout sensor. So you can you can add a stealth burner to this and use this as a CAN bus board. This is cool. Alright, I'm gonna unplug this fan. Tiny little plug. It makes sense because this thing's so tiny. Let's take off the sock. Yeah, so we have a, okay, it's got some thermal paste in there. So I don't think this is a volcano style hot end, by the way, because there is a, what's it called? There is a spare nozzle in the bag, in the box, and it's not a volcano style. Now we know the pie costs arm, leg, 300. They're tossing in all the chips. Yeah, I mean, it's not a full pie there, but yeah, close enough. It's almost like a pico. Yep, NEMA 14. Yep. Yeah, a lot of, I use it in my Voron Trident. Yeah, use them all over the place. All the new machines have them. CAN board has a built-in accelerometer. That's true. I've not had any luck with the N32 upgrades in my repos on my Aquila. What do you mean, Jack Black? I'm not gonna be able to directly like help you here, but maybe in the Discord. But what do you mean? Is that a Pi Pico? Hey, Jason. Yeah, it's essentially a Pi Pico in there. What a cute little board. Look at this thing. I mean, can you guys see by my fingertips, like, this thing is, it's a little guy. But yeah, we got CHC style ceramic block there, and an all metal heat break. All the goodies. This thing's got everything. Alexis for CR Touch. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, some people have some issues with that, but it should be... Actually, well, no, I was going to say Rhodesman, right above you in the chat, he just set up a CR Touch, but he's running Clipper now. So that kind of stuff's so much easier to set up. Looks a bit like the K1 hot end. Yeah, actually quite a bit. And also the X+3 from Chitty Tech also. Alright, let's get this thing back together. So I love the fact that there's expansion available. That's awesome. And yeah, this whole thing is metal, and there's a heatsink on the bottom because this heat break goes right into the heat break goes right into the extruder. So this whole assembly is essentially the heatsink for the whole thing. We'll see how that plays a role. Honestly, not the biggest fan of that, but who cares? If it works, it works. Also, you know, just like my KP3S, you can put a stove burner, afterburner on here, and you can actually use that board. All right, Hodo, relax. Relax, Hodo. You're too strong. Also, the fan duct for the 5015 fan is printed, and I did see that there is a dual-sided printable option. So, because right now it is single-sided, you can print a dual-sided one, and I will probably do that. Yeah, Clipper is fantastic. I'm glad you jumped on it. I know it's it seems pretty complicated at first, and that stops a bunch of people from doing it. But man, once you get it, it's gonna be so hard to come back. GM, I finally had to charge this thing. So I've assembled 6 machines with this thing with a single charge. Most importantly, I assembled the entire Trident, which has probably more screws than any of those 6 machines combined. And then it finally died. So this has a fresh charge on it finally. I mean, what a great tool. I tried to get the vacuum from them, but they never replied to me. I wanted the vacuum for the Magician X2 video because I knew I was gonna need one. There's some good deals on Hodo. Yeah, always. They seem to be constantly running good deals. And then we found out last time, one of our last streams, that they have multiple versions of this thing, and this is the more powerful one. Right. Okay, let me get the zip ties on here. Man, I wish I had a little HDMI screen to plug into the front. I'm just really curious. And because it runs an MKS board, I also believe that means we have SSH access, which means we have raw, pure Clipper, which means we can just install things like Kia if we need to, and run whatever we want and do whatever we want. And that's really the type of machine I like. Long live open source. Alright, CAN bus, you stay put. Don't come out of there. Also, I have a fan running down here. Hopefully it's not too loud. I have noise canceling on. Wait, so you can run all that from the nozzle? What do you mean? So that little board that you saw on there, you can kind of see it above me, Rhodesman. This setup is called CAN bus. You essentially run these 4 cables. 2 of them are power, and then one's a TX and one's an RX, to a little board. Some of them are integrated like this. And then from there you would run it to your Raspberry Pi, for example. And then that's all you need to power everything. This thing gives... all the connection goes to the Raspberry Pi. That thing deals with everything it needs. And what that means is the little board that's on here has the accelerometer built in, has the fans, has lights, has everything that you need just from this one little wire. And you don't have to mess... Here, let me zoom back out. You don't have to mess with any of that. It's really the new age. And actually, right here... So I bought this for my Trident build. So this is how you can run it. And the reason why I bought this one... It goes on the back of the stepper that's going to be on the hot end. This has a USB-C right here, and with a Raspberry Pi, you can run just straight USB. So this needs 24 volts and ground and the USB-C cable. So those 3 wires will run everything that's on here. It even has not only an accelerometer, it even has a stepper driver on here for your extruder. So this was $24. So it's not expensive, it's just new, and it's the new way of doing it, so you don't have to run 100 wires. It's super cool. No fan noise? Okay, thank you. What's Clipper? Yeah, it's Linux. Wonder if Orca Screen Reader can be loaded on Clipper. Orca Screen Reader. Oh, right, because you need a screen reader to hear/see. I'm not sure, but yeah, it just runs on a straight Linux machine. You can run it on any PC. You can run it on really weak hardware. You can even run it on Android. So you might be able to get that going. So this company only makes small printers, right? No, they have a normal size machine, and they also have a newer Core XY machine that had kind of like a rough launch, but is now getting out there all fixed. But they're definitely known for, yeah, not 300, Randy, but they're known for their smaller machines. Yeah, this little guy is, one of my favorites. This is basically it. This is basically what I made out of it. CAN bus can be very finicky, yes. So that's why I'm not going to use CAN bus. So CAN bus is essentially 4 wires, and they go to a CAN bus board. From the CAN bus board, it goes USB to your Raspberry Pi or to your board, depending. That's so much interface. That's not really an improvement outside of just the initial wire. The USB version, like that EBB 36, I believe it's called, can run USB straight to your Raspberry Pi. So if you're running a separate Raspberry Pi, which I am on the Trident, which I am on the Kingroon, you can quite literally just use that connection. Just the one. No more CAN bus boards, nothing. It's just USB. The downside is the USB-C plug isn't necessarily the most robust or sturdy. Like, you might want to put a little bit of hot glue on the back, that type of thing. Otherwise, I vote USB over CAN bus. Oh, Clipper isn't on the printer then? It is. This printer comes with Clipper pre-installed. That's the point of this machine. I was referring to my non-V2 version of the KP3S Pro, which has been, one of my favorite machines. Alright, let's get this thing on here. Looks like we just need 2 of these. I think I missed 2 screws. I did, on the Z-axis. I'll have to put those in a second. Actually, I wonder if I'll be able to. I'll try. I get to talking and get forgetful. Need Cambridge cable board for that? Right. No, you don't need anything else. You don't need anything else except for a Raspberry Pi if that's what you're running. Unless you're referring to something I don't know. Which is very possible. You know it's bill rate when you have extra screws? Yes. Yeah, the one thing that I like about this is there's no plastic anywhere. It's all metal. Everything's metal. There's literally not a single plastic piece. What is plastic, actually? The spool holder, not this part, this part, the actual roll holder, and the knob on the screen. Wait, does this go forward or backward? Where's my mouse? Backwards. Interesting. Okay. Oh. And now I gotta zoom back out. Bam. And then back to autofocus. Bam. And then back here. Come on. There we go. Dang, that can easily SSH from Windows into this printer, and yep, that's exactly it. You SSH, install a bunch of stuff, and then you do the rest in the Clipper config, which is very simple once you look at it once or twice. Clipper is very versatile, yeah, quite versatile. It'll run on your farm tractor peanut butter engine. Ain't that the truth? Interesting enough, the FISEC Cheetah boards did not look like this one. Really? So they just happened to name it Cheetah? You know how China is what Chinese does. Chinese? What did I even say? They do like to copy. So maybe they just kind of snagged that name? You know, that's possible. Alright, so I forgot to add a couple T-nuts into here. This is going to be difficult, and I don't have my magnet. How am I going to lower this in there? Alright guys, so bear with me for a second. I'm going to have to, like, focus. I don't want to undo this whole machine. Man, it might be worth it, though. Kia. Yep, that's all you need. Kia's the best. Craziest way to spell Kia ever, but it's good stuff. Ah! Alright, let's see if I can get this in there. Oh my, this might be a lost cause here. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's be smart about this. Why am I having to stand this up? Let's put it this way. There we go. Now it's not gonna slide in there. There we go. Use the big brain, you know? I might just buy that system. Always had issue with settings UI. So you could always add Clipper to whatever you're using now as well, just to see how it works, because you can always revert back, and none of it is permanent. And you can kind of get a taste for it, for whatever you have, and then get in. All you need is something to run Clipper on. You can even, like I said, run a PC with Linux. And in some cases, Android. Oh, yeah, we got that one in there. Alright, so that I also like. I don't remember if my other KP3S has this same system here. But what I'm doing is, this is actually holding the Z-axis from the bottom, from the back, all the way through, and from the front with T-nuts. So this thing should actually be extremely robust in that sense. Alright, sweet. Also, I still haven't gotten my my 50th My 50th machine. I'm still waiting to figure out what that's gonna be. But I kind of want it to be somewhat special. Yes, Jack Black. I did a video on that on a $26 Android phone, and I still have it, and it still works really well. There was a time when it stopped working for a little while, and they fixed the app. It had a bug in it. Rhodesman, it's crazy how small this guy is. So the print bed is actually 200 by 200 by 200. So it's not that bad, to be honest. Oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna run into our first issue here. Not printer issue, my issue. Let's see if I can lift this. I can. Hacks. I'll tell you what I did in a second here. I think what I need to do is I need to make a video on kind of just like common tools. Because it's the little stuff. It's stuff like these tweezers. Like, these tweezers are so useful. Like, I use them everywhere. I have 2 pairs. I always keep them by me. This is like indispensable. The other one of those is this thing. If you're gonna print stuff, get yourself one of these. It's a deburr tool, and you can very easily clean up edges of prints with this. I think I'm probably gonna have to make a video of tools. The Hodo, come on, the classic. Alright, I think I can toss everything else away, because setup is done. So it's priced about equal to the SV07. Yes. Yes. Alright, I usually put the bed on the non-textured side at first so that this thing doesn't like slam into it or anything like that, but it's a double-sided plate. Oh, wrong cam. Okay, let me get some power to this. I don't know if this will reach. And it's a 3-pronger too. I don't have 3-prong extension cords down here. Let me see if I can reach this on my table. Alright, hold camera. Let's see, can I... No, there's no chance this will reach. Alright, hold on. Let me do some braining. Is this one longer? Yes. Alright, this one's longer. Let me try to see if I can get this one on. Alright, come on. Through the camera. Underneath. Oh yeah, we're good. And we're Gucci. Oh, printer's on right away. Okay. I guess the switch was on. It says loading. Let's go ahead and do the peel. I didn't realize it has LEDs everywhere. Ah, the screen! Did I not pop this in? Oh, it just kind of sits, huh? Has a custom font on the screen. Oh snap, there's a filament giveaway. Yeah, so for everyone here that's going to... Oh, right. Hold on, camera. For everyone here that's planning on sticking around to the end, usually around 12 when the giveaway ends, At the top of the chat, you should see it right. I can never... Right there. It's right there. You should see one of these links. If you go ahead and jump in, there's 25 people already entered. At the end of the giveaway, you have to be in the United States and present to receive a chance to win a roll of filament from 3D Max, my sponsor for these live streams. Well, they're sponsor of sending a filament spool, which is very nice of them. And there should be some pretty cool announcements from them coming somewhat soon. But yeah, jump in there. All you have to do is answer this question: how many printers do you own? What are they? And if you're going to be present and in the United States, well, you have your chance to win. Time for a desk power strip. So what I did was I put a hole in my giant table here. So this table is an island, a table like a top from IKEA for an island, and I drilled a hole through the middle and mounted a power strip on the bottom. So it's right there, but that cable was just too short. It's a tiny machine, so they don't include a very long cable. Only thing smaller than that printer is its own power cable. Facts. Runs our problem today. A new printer is short. Yeah. And I have a bunch of extension cables like all around me too, but none of them are grounded. Winamp, yes. It really kicks the llama's ass here. Yeah, and I have the classic skin. Look at that. But bam. Have to like the stream as well. Yes. You know, I never ask for it because if you don't like the stream, there's a down button too, and you know, use it if you genuinely don't like it. That way I at least know. But if you do like it, you know, hit that button for me. It actually apparently helps a lot. Also, some fun statistics. I learned that only 3% of my subscribers view my streams. It looks like the majority of people watch them later because the stream views quadruple plus a little bit later, which is cool. I watch them like podcasts myself if I can't join, so I understand. But so 3% of my entire subscribers, I guess, view my stream. So very, very little. But like I said, this is much more fun for me to do, so I'm gonna stick to it. Yeah, they got rid of the dislike button. Yeah. By the way, sorry if you can hear me drink. Here, I have a mute button. Nothing like hearing a man gulp. Huh. All right. Well, this thing's on. Look, we got our little screen. Everything's looking good. What did I do last time? Okay, last time I did something. I put the camera on something. Hey, Jack Black, that's very nice of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Right after you being kind, we got Chad coming in here and telling us all that he has farted. Thank you, Chad. I forgot to take a picture of my print. It's installed under my P1S. Time to flip it back over. Alright, let's see if I can do this thing again. So, I'm going to be using my Benchy 2.0 that's printed real huge as a camera holder. I believe that worked well last time. Sorry, first I'm going to make you all nauseous. But then... How did I do it last time? I think it was just like this. Nope. Like this? Yeah, okay, we'll do it this way. Alright, stay camera. And then... I had this double-sided Scotch tape. And that went on the bottom of the camera. And we did that. Cool. Alright. And let me, since it's going to sit there now, You're welcome. Precimeters matter. True. That's what you got to post your makes. Bed slingers are so 2022. Not true. You're gonna get sick of these new machines, man. Use a 3D Max as sponsor for the stream. They sponsor the giveaway for the stream. I don't have any sponsors. I don't get paid from anybody. But they never asked me for anything at all, and they only asked me how they could help. And I was like, hey, I do these live streams, and I think it'll be cool to try to get people to stick around by giving away filament. So at first they were sending me a bunch, and I was sending them myself. And I just don't want to ship things. So I asked them politely if they could ship, and they're like, yeah, we should have done that from the beginning. So they officially became the giveaway sponsor for these live streams. All right, Roseman, thank you for coming in here, man. I appreciate it. You were actually the first person I think that I personally know in real life that has stopped by out of everybody. So appreciate that, man. Showing that love. All right, let's see. Autofocus off. Manual focus. Boom, there we go. Now we got that 4K back in that picture. Okay. Yeah, I think bed slingers are going to be relevant. So, my thing with bed slingers is... Hey, Bob, how are you? My thing with bed slingers is I've done so much on a bed slinger. It would be just rude for me to say that they're irrelevant. Like, you can do everything on a bed slinger, and I think the marketing is pushing a lot of people into thinking that they need to spend $1,000 or close to $1,000 to have a new machine, and I just can't agree with that. Like, you don't need that. Now, are the Core XY machines that are coming out fun? Yeah, it's really fun to see where they're going to take everything, but look how cool this got. This machine would have probably been like $800 2 years ago. Alright, so we have a nice clear status LED. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, you can't. It's very bright glowing green up here. I wonder if that changes. The LEDs on the bottom here on the screen are also green. I know you can't see that because my lights in here are different hues, and there's an overhead light that's blasting here. It is bright green. But also in Clipper, you can change the color of all LEDs. So you can easily customize that to whatever. Sail, not sail. Did I misspell it? Where would that be? Oh, where did I say that? Oh, I thought you meant there. Did I do it in like the description or something? Oh, my bad. I didn't read your comment up top. Feder, thanks for the coupon for 3D Max. They had an awesome sale on 10 times. Yeah, so that sale that they have it always. So they do bulk discounts, and sometimes you can get more than 10. Sometimes they do like 30 or even 50, and discounts are huge. Yeah, $11 a spool. See, this comment right here is why I'm a fan. So they didn't have to give me a 5% off coupon. They don't have to sponsor me in any way. They just do it. Like, they never ask me specifically to do a video featuring. They never ask me that. They just check in to see how I'm doing, how everything's going, and it's cool. So you're welcome for the coupon. I'm glad you used it, and I'm glad you got a discount on that. My daily driver is a Ender 2 port 99. Perfect. You can do so much with that thing. Read up one. Yeah, my bad. I like glance over here and get in the panic right away. Hey SOS, what is this about? This is about this super cool KP3S Pro V2 machine that runs Clipper out of the box. Eagerly awaiting the next 10-15. Yeah, so they have those too, usually holidays. So Ron, if you can wait, instead of using the 5% off for like daily stuff, if you can wait for their holidays, they usually run at least 10%. Alright, let's take a look at the menu. But I have to... right, there's no IP because... Oh, the thing is backwards than what I usually like. I'll have to change that later. Yeah, you can't click on that. So we can do level, input shaper, all right here. Let's see if there is any kind of... Okay, PID tuning. So all of this stuff is here if you want to use it kind of like a regular machine. And technically, the only real reason to have a screen on this machine is to quickly heat it up or just take a look at something, because the rest you're going to be doing in Clipper. So the thing that I have to do, and actually this is also bad, you technically want to like shut it down on the Clipper side before doing this, but I don't have an IP address, so we got to turn that off. So from what I understand, also looks like there's some RGB inside. So from what I understand, there is a, because everyone complained, of course, but headless machines are where that's what's going to happen. Anyway, hold on. First batch with no screen. Really? That's very interesting. Why would you complain? You're not doing anything on the machine. You're doing everything right next to the machine on the computer or your phone. Anyway, so it's said to get... Yeah, it does, Chad. John, that's all good, man. No reason to say... no reason to say sorry. So, is from what I understand, according to the instructions here, there is a document here for Wi-Fi. Where is it? Internet connection. Right here, connecting internet. Connect the internet. You have two options. You can use Ethernet cable, utilize a built-in Wi-Fi adapter. USB driver free. Alright, let's put in this USB driver. Hey, SOS. I bought a BS printer, so I made my own. No need for Clipper. There you go. Back this up Dropbox. No, thank you. Clipper is the way to go, though, especially if you made your own machine. Clipper is... I made my own machine as well, and let me tell you, if I wouldn't do it again with Marlin, that's for sure. Alright, so I do see the WPA supplicant. Am I going to have to... Where would I plug in this USB drive? Oh, there's plenty of USBs on the side, guys. Did I not show this? On the side, we got a USB 3, 2 USBs, and Ethernet. That's fantastic. Alright, so let's see how they handle this scenario. The sad thing is about most 3D printers, right when you touch them, there's a price becomes nothing, in my experience. Maybe. Still no control panel in the machine itself. The new Anchorman MC has no screen, no runout sensor, $400. Well, that machine is not for you, sir. This machine is for someone who's never had a 3D printer, doesn't even want a 3D printer, just wants to print 3D things. Like, this machine is... remember when all cars were manual? And then they made an automatic car? And people are like, why would you want this? I want to switch my own gears. That's this machine. I totally understand what this is for. It's not for me. I don't want one. But someone who's never 3D printed and doesn't care about the printer at all, doesn't care about the doesn't care about anything about the printer, the hardware. They just want to open their phone. They found some cool thing they saw on Instagram or TikTok, and they want to print that now. That's the Anchorman machine. That is an HDMI port, and I'm assuming it's for running Clipper screen. Maybe a Cali Dragon, print something. I will. We'll see what's on there. Skipper board, I think, MakerBase. It's not Skipper on here. It's called the what was it, Cheetah 2.0, something like that. All right, so let's open. I'm opening this document, the WPA supplicant. And whenever this decides to open, I'm going to change my Wi-Fi information in there. Yep. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let me change this. That's not right. Let's see, what is even my Wi-Fi? Let me double check that. Okay, got it. And then let's do the SSID. I mean the password. Okay. Alright, so technically I should be able to save this. Let's hit volume that does not support permanent version storage. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to eject this USB drive. Can you play Doom on it? Better. Yes, everything's already pre-installed, Jack. No displays running it. No displays running it on a computer. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. I bet it has a 4080 Ti, baby. Water cooled. Alright, we're going to throw this guy in here. I'm going to flip it 4 times first. Oh, that was like rough to go in there. Is that correct? Yeah, it's correct. Alright, let's boot. 4090 Ti. I gotta say, it's a cool looking machine. Like, it's just cool. I don't know. Built-in ADXL. I/O is off the charts. Probably a single 16 gig. I actually didn't check. It didn't say anything on it, but I also didn't check. Is that an HDMI output? It is an HDMI output, and I think it's for running Clipper screen, Jack. Mechanically, how does it compare to the other Kingroon you have? It's the same. Mechanically, it's the same. The hot end itself is substantially different, like in every way. In fact, if you look here, I took it apart earlier, but the hot end, I think, is a huge improvement. Massive. Here, let me zoom in. I guess that's as big as we're gonna get. This thing is awesome. For a stock machine, it's fantastic. It's like the K1 or the Chitty machines or DRSA Bamboo. Except Bamboo has their own hardware stuff, so it's nothing like the Bamboo one, technically. My homemade 3D printer does not need a Z probe. Would this be a good thing? If it doesn't need a probe, that's fantastic. Should have a Wi-Fi logo next to the sticker so folks do not try to peel it. Yes, true. That's true. Alright, so let's see if we got an IP address. We do. Alright. That's cool. So that was easy. So put in the USB drive, throw in your SSID, and we're there. So let's check it out. We got 192.168.1.157. Very slow so far. It does say fluid at the top. Here we go. What I'm going to do real quick is before I do anything else. Also, yes, great setup. Also, they've printed a benchy. They printed a 30-minute benchy on this already. Has a camera setup pre-built. Pressure advance not really set up because it's 2 seconds there. Okay, all sorts of macros. Yeah, here's the LEDs on the screen. For example, we want that orange. Bam, now our screen's orange. Pressure advanced calibration G-code. We have a standard benchy. Fantastic. Cool. Alright, so what I wanted to do before I go too much further is 2 MCUs. Yep. RP2040. Cool. It's great. I'll take a look at the configuration in 1 second. Looks like there's 2 meshes loaded. Let's load default. Holy moly! That's that. I'm guessing it just didn't work. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so this is nice. The fact that they have these things set up already. So there's a fan on the inside. You can control it. It's set to 30C, which means right now it's 100% running. That's really cool. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Usually that's just built in. So that's really nice. Nathan! What's up, buddy? Hold on, I missed a bunch. I'll go back and watch what I missed. Yeah, you do that later, yeah. As long as I keep the level, I don't think it's an issue. Yeah, that's true. Kingroon shell. How dare you say it's not the best for all users? Yeah, I said what I said. Local host. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Thanks for reminding me. Although you weren't trying to remind me. I just remember what I was trying to do. So I have a ton of these machines on this, so I wanted to make sure this says KP3S Pro V2. And then what I want to do is select theme, and I'll make this orange so that I can easily differentiate what this is. Okay, and then let me copy this. I'm gonna put it. I just want to do this real quick, guys, before I forget to do it later and be annoyed. I want to add this to my other browser and bookmark it so that it's in here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I have 12 clipper machines. So I gotta keep tabs on these things. Bookmark. Where's add bookmark? Why can't I add a bookmark to this? Right click. I just want to add bookmark, everybody. Is it really that crazy? Oh, there we go. Add bookmark. Put this in printers. KP3S Pro V2. Add. Okay. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. I just wanted to make sure that that was cool. Don't hate because Kingroon didn't sign. Yeah, that's right. See, John got my back. Nathan and his editor is gonna just put one into space, and he'll be fine. He doesn't actually need to have it in there. He has the best graphics at the moment. That mesh is next level. I have to win my Kingroon rep. Despite my not getting any functional prints out of my other Kingroon KP3S this time. Really? Done? I love mine, man. I love it. I'm a huge fan. Hot end specs, Cedric. I was just showing it off. This is probably the bread and butter of this entire thing. Has an ADXL already on there. Pancake motor. It's got the big gears and it's dual gear. So it's this little gear drives the bigger gear. This gear drives this, and this drives the filament. Has a CHC style. Ceramic hot end, all metal, has a 50-15 fan. I mean, this is really good. It's really good. Huge fan so far. I refused to watch Nathan because he couldn't even get a simple Kingroon to print. Renovic the unboxing is great. This thing went together really easily. Okay, let's go. Let's do the things, right? So this is a clipper machine, so we have to do a couple things first. We don't need to heat it first. First we need to do, well, should we do, no. Let's do input shaper first. Make sure the belts are nice and tight. Let's do input shaper, and then we'll do the rest. Look at a good printer for the modders. Neptune 4 is bigger and faster and a little cheaper, but it has no Wi-Fi. Really? It doesn't have as much I/O. Yeah, I'm surprised by the I/O. I'm also surprised that it's 270. Honestly, because of machines like the Neptune 4, Nathan, I thought this would be just a couple dollars less, to be honest. But it's also a really fair price. So hard to kind of argue. Holy fan! Woo! That is a loud 50-15. Look at it go. Throw some. Hey, John has a point, dude. He should though. Nothing but love, yeah, man. Got news from Frank and Kingroon's working on a better hot end for the cable 3. Nice. Something better than the current TXT style, apparently. Okay, interesting. Input shaper, what's that? So, Basically, on a regular machine, it doesn't know how fast it's really moving, and it changes speeds depending on exactly how you tell it, Grey Wolf. Whereas with this, it shakes the machine left and right and to and from to the point where it knows how fast it can move and when to slow down, and it uses that figure to make significantly better and smarter movements. So it uses an accelerometer. You might not hear it because I have canceling on, but this thing is loud right now. Woo! We are flying. Look at it. Oh, we got stuff falling. Anyway, it does this test to figure that out. Daddy, like, I smashed my springs into the solo because I couldn't get it to level. Removed and reassembled, started working again. Yeah, yeah. Could you briefly describe what do you use the clipper for? Clipper controls the printer in every way, and I'll show you what the printer configuration here looks like. But the best part is you don't have to compile. Wow, it's doing the bed, and this thing is moving my entire table. You don't have to compile any kind of firmware. Anytime you add a fan or change RGB or anything, the firmware runs off of a document, literally a Word document. So you can make any kind of change, kind of like what we're doing right now. We're doing input shaping, and then you can just hit restart, and it uses that text document. So you can on the fly edit. So if you're making a custom machine, Clipper is a no-brainer. You can so easily add things on, change things, you know, modify. It's the best way to do it. I highly suggest you watch some videos on it. Sort of like a bamboo setup, yes. A fantastic hot end upgrade for the regular KP3S. I can post it on Discord. Yes, everybody take a look. It is one of the most beautiful hot end setups. Like, he's being humble. That thing is amazing. Land off. This thing is going crazy, guys. I know you might not be able to hear it. You can actually tell by the camera. Like right now, look how there's vibrating so much that it's not even focused. Yeah, it does have a second sensor in the bed. I'm gonna hop on and see what's going on with the printer. It looks great. Much super, yes. Prusa Mini. Nathan, you're the best, man. Yes, it's moving. Thanks for popping in, man. I really appreciate it. The thing is walking. Dang, if it's that easy to change one file, do all the settings, can you change the offset live? Yes. You can do everything live very easily with zero effort. The only downside to Clipper is that it looks complicated at first. That's the only downside. Alright, so are we done? Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Alright, so we are done. And it is also automatically calculating it, so I don't even have to type that in. Yeah. Let's see if will it just end? It restarts by itself too? Wow, that is awesome. They did a really good job with that. That's cool. Yes, it's web page. So Orca Slicer, by the way, Orca Slicer, which is the slicer that I would be using for pretty much everything, also incorporates Clipper into it. So you don't have to run it off of web browser like I am now. You can just open your slicer and do everything in there, including seeing this interface that we're looking at right now. Man, I am very impressed with the way that it did that. So essentially, it did input shaper, it calculated it, and it's taking this recommendation and putting it in. So let's double check now. So let's go into the config. By the way, here is the configuration file. So we have one right here. It's called printer CFG. And in here is all of the components of the printer. Literally everything should be in here. Never used the slicer. Maybe a new slice since I printed. I'll check into it. Yeah, it is a new slicer, but it's really powerful. Alright, so this is pretty much everything that you might want. So for example, the type of kinematics, here's the max accelerations, the max speed, everything is set into here, the max corner velocity. Here's down to the stepper, so This is saying the stepper X. Here's the pin that's on the board. The speeds in which this particular one moves. Here it's saying that it has a virtual end stop. It's literally every single possible thing you could imagine is outlined here. Alright, so let's see where it put our input shaper, and then we can check to see how it did it. Here's the extruder. Foaming override. Heater bed. So it's already PID tuned. Obviously, we'll do another PID tune, but that's cool. Yeah, the temperatures, I love that they put in the temperature readings. That's fantastic. I usually have to do that myself. Alright, so camp is not installed, but we can very easily install that. Resonance tester, cool. ADX cells built in. Yep, here's where it's at. So input shaper. So it looks like it had a standard input shaper already on it, so you could just go, because it's pre-PID tuned. It's pre-input shaped. So it is technically ready to print. That's how they had that 30-minute benchy already printed. So these are right now commented out because I'm guessing at the bottom it has new ones. Yep. So it already did it. This is great. They are different figures because my table moves here, so I'll have to redo it wherever you put it. That is cool. That's cool. I dig that. So basically, for those that don't know, you would essentially, in here, in Clipper, whatever settings that you changed, you would just hit save and restart. And when the machine restarts, it's already using your new settings. So that's the same as in Marlin, you having to recompile your own firmware, and then put it on something, and then put it into the machine and have it installed. That one button is equivalent to all of it. Yeah, they have. Yeah, right, John. That's what I'm impressed with. It did all of it by itself. I didn't have to do any of that. Is it hard to buy an accelerometer? No, not anymore. So numeric. One of the things that I did for my KP3S is I bought a accelerometer. This little tiny board. And it's on a little printable piece, and I used an old Ethernet cable, because you need up to 6 strands, and a Pico, which was really inexpensive. I think it's like $4. So this Pico runs Clipper as well. So you essentially have a USB plug. You put this on your bed, if it's a bed slinger, and then on your hot end, and you do the same test this machine just did. So you can add this to any printer that has a Raspberry Pi attached to it, essentially. So very easy, very inexpensive. They also make them now. Like, for example, the Pad 7. If you were to buy this to run Clipper on any of your machines, this little guy, it already has a Clipper screen. It has a built-in accelerometer, so you don't have to buy it. Now, if you bought one of these type of boards, like a CB1, for that you do need an accelerometer, and then you can just plug it into the USB, like I just showed, and have it a go. Or, if you don't want to run a Pico, you can run it directly, those 6 wires, you can run them directly to the GPIO pins of a Raspberry Pi. Nathan breaks robots, he does. And with Marlin, after all that, your settings don't work, undo, wash, rinse, repeat. Man, I can't even tell you how much time I spent on my custom machine trying to get things to work in Marlin, and I just do not miss it. So I eat cold pizza? Yeah, cold pizza. Well, what you do is you get 2 slices, both of them cold. You eat the first one cold, you regret your decision, and then you go and heat the second one, and then you really enjoy the second one. That's how I do it, Chad. Bicycle Rico, West 3D can also USB accelerometers. Yeah, there's a bunch now. All right, let's do the next step. What time we got? 11. So there's about an hour left in the filament giveaway. Guys, definitely jump on and fill out the pinned comment there if you guys are going to stick around to the end, and I'll give away a roll of filament. All right, let's keep going. So we did that. Let's do. It already has PID. I'm not going to do that because it's not. We don't really need to. We need to do Z offset and auto bed leveling. So what we're gonna do for that, let's heat this up. So we're gonna print PLA. So I'll do 60 and 150 for the hot end for now. What filament should we use? Let's find a bright color of 3D Max, why don't we? Oh yeah, here we go. All right, we're gonna do Mystic Purple, which is definitely one of my favorite colors. Orange, I guess orange for the orange machine, huh? Gray shows best. Hey, Martin, how are you, buddy? I like that your thing's a lemon, lemon juice. I just noticed. Gray, we got orange, aquamarine. Wow, it's expensive. Silk filament shows every problem. I can get some PETG. First print PETG. Nothing shiny. What do you guys think of this? You like it? Or should I go for orange because it's Kingroon and technically everything's orange? Let me know. Mystic Purple or grab an orange? Love Mystic Purple. Yeah, it's got to be one of my favorites. Just like a deep, bright one. Hey, Fallen, how are you? I need a 3D print SOS test cube. That's true. I have something else in the works that's a little bit more potent. Purple? Alright, cool. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we got 2 orange, but plenty for purple passion. I'm good, Fallen. I'm just enjoying the stream, enjoying this printer. Alright, we're just gonna do purple. There's another purple. Grey Wolf. Octo Slicer must be built into Octo Print. So we'll have to get a Raspberry Pi updated with a new build, I guess, and see what has changed. I'm not familiar with Octo Slicer, to be honest. I'm obviously familiar with Octo Print. But yeah, if you run Clipper, it would take over Octo Print. You wouldn't need that anymore. Essentially, Octo Print powers a Marlin-based machine. It can do Clipper too. There's Octo Clipper, if you want to do that kind of thing. Nice true Fesser. Come on, Martin. And thank you. Alright. I like that the gear is actually exposed. I can very easily with my thumb here, let me show you guys. Very easily with my thumb load in filament. There's a gear right here. Makes that super, super easy. I thought you said new slicer was Octo. No, Orca Slicer was the slicer I was talking about. Orca Slicer. Octolapse makes nice videos. Yes, it does. Clipper also has time-lapse built in. So if you just plug in a camera into USB... Actually... I haven't been able to get a good print with Orca Slicer. Really. I've had nothing but unbelievable results with pretty much every machine. Having adhesion issues. Well, adhesion issues slow down the first layer. And, you know, get closer to the bed. So, I have yet another camera. I am surrounded by cameras. There's so many cameras right here. What I want to do is I want to plug it into a USB. Like that. And I know it's heating up and stuff, but I'll go up here and do a reboot. Let's see how they set this up. There's some weird things with Orca Slicer that need more tuning than Prusa Slicer. It's not really large things. It's kind of annoying. Really, man, I can't relate, guys. Maybe I'm fanboying a bit too much, but I like live in Orca Slicer lately, and I've been just loving it so much. I want to set up my ESP32 cam on Clipper. You can. I might have to like hard reset, by the way. I just reset the EMC without the machine. Here, let's it'll probably take a little while to boot like this. Might try heating up the bed a little higher for the first player. Yeah, that'll also work. Oh, here we go. Restart Clipper. Host is not connected. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Let's do shutdown. There we go. And we'll do a hard reboot. What about Creality Print? Any good? No. No, it's the worst by a landslide. It's filled with spam and licensing issues, people stealing art and uploading it, and it's just an utter mess. I would avoid it at all costs. The more I use it, the worse it is. No need to reset. No, you do. You do need to reset. I just shouldn't have reset the host. I should have just reset Clipper. But it was too late. I already hit it. Can you show for Orca Slicer, even though it's not a paper product? It's just good. I like it. Passionate about it. Imagine me pushing my printer and getting more visible artifacts than what I'm used to with Prusa Slicer. That could be it. Really? Delete then. Yeah, get rid of that thing. So the printer you're working listing with $279 looks to be a pretty complete package. Yes, I agree. So far, so good. Steven, I have the original KP3S Pro, and I essentially turned it into this. I added a Raspberry Pi. I made an all-metal hot-end scenario. Which is just kind of funny. Okay, so it looks like the camera will probably need to be... Oh, nope, there it goes. Alright, so obviously it's set really low. And there are settings you could tweak, but this might not be the most powerful board to be able to handle this type of thing. And this isn't... The point of this camera wouldn't be to view this thing in real time. It would be to take time lapses, which, you know, that's just one layer at a time. It would be to just monitor things like that. So the fact that that's in here is pretty good. I also have it set up to be a really close one, like if you're putting it inside of an enclosure. So it would actually look much better up close, like this. You know, you guys can kind of see that already. How much more that sharper that is. Let me move it out of the way of our main camera. Printer's already with Clipper. Plug in with a laptop. Just need to buy ADXL, 6 wires, USB. Yep. So my printer's is already with Clipper and plug with a laptop. So if you're using a laptop, you're gonna have to buy an ADXL that you attach to a Pico, Raspberry Pi Pico. It's really inexpensive, and then use a USB cable from your computer to the Pico. You're gonna have to get something in between, or you can already buy a USB ADXL, which already has that same idea and technology in it, if you're running it from a laptop. If you have a Raspberry Pi, you can hook it straight up to the GPIO pins. Okay, what were we doing? We were heating this sucker up to 60. and this to 150 because I wanted to get, what's going on here? 60, did I not hit enter? There we go. I love the fact that this fan is controllable through here. And I love the fact that they went ahead and added the temps into here so you can easily monitor them through this graph. Like I said, I usually have to add this in myself on pretty much everything, so that's very convenient. I really like the way that they set this up. Why couldn't Creality do this? What's stopping Creality from doing this? It's like I just want to make like a 3-second video where I just show this and go, why couldn't you do this? And just send it to them. You know? I think my chat stopped working, everybody. I can see my chat moving in my preview, but I no longer have it working in my screen. Oh, there it goes. Now it's catching up. Sorry, I lost chat there for a second. Whoa, okay. Hold on, I had a whole bunch load in. I was using Chitty Slicer on the new X Plus 3, and it was printing really bad. And then I tried an Orca print, and it's printing better than ever. Yes, so one of the benefits there, Randy, as you saw, is Orca Slicer has a ton of profiles already predetermined in there. And they work really great. At least for me, that my X Plus 3 prints fantastic with Orca Slicer right now. You can also plug the USG right into USB port on the RPi. Yes, if you have one. He's saying he has a laptop running it. Creality's scared of open source. I mean, that can't be true, right? Because their whole company started on open source. The whole reason why an Under 3 existed was open source. So they're just, you know, they're just doing what the other big company is doing. Well, they're not a big company yet, but they will be. Yeah. Reality just hijacked your chat. It could very well be. I haven't had any issues using Creality. It's not that you'll have issues. It's just it's litter. There's litter in there, and the interface is much worse. I don't know, Ron. I can't get behind that slicer, and I've used Cura for just years and years and years, and I can't do it. All right, so let's get to printing. Right, so we have 45 minutes before our contest. My hope is to get this thing printing before then to finish it. We'll definitely be printing this same benchy that looks like they already printed on this machine. So let's use their macros that they made to do Z offset. I'll get my little Z offset paper. I like it. I like this machine. Do you have experience with duet boards? No, never used them. The app is worse. The app is... I'm not even installing the app. So, for Ron, you know how Cura kind of like runs downward? You can like get all your settings going down? Orca does that exactly. Except they also break it down into printer, and then filament, and then your print settings, your speeds and stuff. So you can keep your speeds and settings of your printer the same, but if you swap filament, that's just a little drop down, and that's the part that improves for Cura for me. On Cura, everything's in one, and if I change filament, I have to change an entire profile that has all of the settings in it. I like that it kind of breaks out a little bit different here. Have you met a 3D printer you didn't like? Yes, the ANET. What was it? What was it called? I used to have this ANET machine that I couldn't stand. The C2 Aquila, the Pro Aquila, what's the boxed in Voxelab? Aries. because it's closed and weird to me. What other machines I didn't like? I don't know, because I probably got rid of them. So, ANET A8, no, I had an A8 Plus that I modified a lot. I like that. If I can get, by the way, if anybody has or knows a place where I can get a boxed A8, I want the original ANET A8. I'll buy one. I want it. Alright, let's get this done. We'll put that under there, and we'll use this on-screen Clipper Z offset thing. Okay, here we go. Now we'll go a little bit lower. Perfect. And a little tiny bit lower. Right there. I like it right there. Maybe even just a hair. Okay, right here. So we'll hit accept. And it should ask me to save config. And we will restart the machine with that. I'm really digging this, guys. So, back to that question, by the way, if I've ever not liked the machine. So I think what ends up happening is, I think I end up getting some machine and then liking it, right? And then some other machine comes along and I realize what I don't like about the other one. So in the time frame of when I checked out this one, I could have loved it. But then because this one came out and this one came out and this one came out, you start to kind of see, and that's always been the goal, right? I'm at 49 machines right now. That's without duplicates. So I get to see all the different ways of these things running and how different manufacturers handle certain problems, and that has been really fun for me. And that's been kind of the goal, is to check out as many machines as I possibly can so that I can have a better understanding for how these work, what they're all about, you know, that whole thing. So, I don't know. Yeah, 49 machines, yeah. I have a running list. So I've actually had way more than that, because I myself have had quite a bit of Aquilas. I actually had like 5 or 6 Aquilas, the originals. I gave away some. I modded some. I donated some. I've just all sorts of stuff, but I'm not counting those. So the 49 is just individual machines on the channel. I think if you go where Nathan used to live, you'll find one. True. Oh, another machine that I didn't really like, I didn't actually end up doing a video on it, is the Hicktop all lead screw machine. I still have it. I have it in my office, actually. But I don't like it because for the leveling sensor, one, by the way, they have a proprietary board, so you can't do anything with it. But you for the leveling sensor, they used an end stop, an optical end stop, and it's not accurate enough to work. You can't just turn the machine on and print. Every single time you have to level it right before the print, and when you try to level it, the sensor can't handle the heat, so it has to be leveled cold. So when you heat it, it's a mess. The printer itself, maybe the machine is good, but whoever decided to put that sensor on there is bad. And I wrote that to them several times. That's why I haven't done a video on it. Link for a possible new ANET A8 in Discord. I'm going. Where are we at? Where's Discord? Oh man, there's so many messages. Hold on, I'm just gonna scroll down. Hold on, I'm going back past all the things Hero says. Hero, come on, man. Hero loves bamboo. You should be able to get an ANET here. Hold on, I'm clicking. Hey, $170 from ANET themselves. They're still around? Holy moly, you can still buy stuff here. Yes, local stock. US power cord. 179. I might do it. I might do it. Thanks, Serge. I'm gonna leave this up. I might do that. Okay, back to this. Oh man, so many. Hold on, I gotta scroll. So no, this is not 50. I don't know what 50 is gonna be. I have not received 50 yet. I haven't agreed to anything with anybody. So I would love to make 50 something special. Is the big military-looking thing you built live? Oh, this? The Voron Trident? Yes. That thing is nuts. Have you seen the... I've over 50 hours of print live streams with that thing, plus 2 videos. Ever seen a nozzle electrical probe like a CNC? Yes. Mingda machines have that. 50 is ANET A8. Oh, the Hicktop. Oh, yeah, the Hicktop is like this white, crazy-looking machine that I did a live on, yeah. It was cool at the time, but I only printed one time. When you print back-to-back-to-back, you can't get prints on it. Just took an ADXL from Triangle Lab. It comes with all necessary wires and hardware, 25 Canadian. Boom, there you go. You got it, man. It's well worth it. Input shaping's an amazing thing. All right, so hold on. So we did that. Let's get a clean bed mesh in here. And then we'll print right after that. So running G30. There it goes. Also, the movement is silent. That 5015 fan is loud, which is fine. It's cooling. And it's Clipper, so you can. I'll install Camp on here, for example. Wow, that moved really fast, actually. Look at the travel speed. Boom. That's great. So yeah, Camp is a game changer because what Camp does is just basically an app you install into Clipper. What it does is it only probes the area that you need for printing. So you can run it right before a print. So instead of doing this, it'll just probe right where you need to print and then print. So every single time you have an absolutely flawless Z offset. It's definitely my favorite setup. Also, going back to the question, because now it's in my brain. Have I ever met a printer that I don't like question? 3D printing is cool. 3D printers are cool. It's hard for me to not be enthusiastic. And maybe that's like a flaw in the way that I review and look at stuff. Like, I'm always super happy and positive. I try not to complain a lot, although I do. I'm human. But when I get into a machine, yeah, I can tell. Like, I'm definitely excited about them because 3D printing's cool, man. So yeah, I think later on as I discover things, that's why I always really work hard to try to have cons in my video, so that I can like be realistic about what I'm doing. Hey, nice. Welcome to the crew. Thank you for becoming a member, Mr. Emendon. Appreciate it. You should try duet boards to control many printers on one computer or tablet, no displays. Yeah. I've heard great things about duet boards. I just haven't had a chance. 3D printing has come a long way. Yes, it has. It's changed so much, and it's changing right now more than ever. Mister, you might have been given one for a month, and it was probably during the month of when I was building my Trident, where I didn't have that much interaction with my members because I was so busy building that machine. So it might have just run out automatically and naturally. Man, I wish they could speed that. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can. It's Clipper. So what you would do... I can't do it right now because it's in the middle of it. But you would go here. You would go to your Clipper config here. We would go to... Let's see how they set this up. We would need... I'll go to find. It'd be in mesh. Well, let me see if we can do mesh. These are macros. NeoPixel. Oh, hold on. Let's do... what is it? Probe? I don't remember what the term is. Give me a second. Right here. So, homing speed plays a role. It's only 5. We could set that way higher for the Z. Where is save home? Whoa, lost connection. Where is home? Interesting. I don't remember where it is all the time. I don't usually set things up like this. And you can always redefine pretty much anything here, which is very nice. So homing speed you could change. That's when it homes. And then... also, stealth chop is off. Interpolate is true. Interesting. Extruder. Extruder. Homing override. Sensorless homing. Fantastic. Man, this thing's cool. Is it doing it through macros? Would it be here? So it doesn't have a safe homing, a little config section, which you can add. Looks like the acceleration is set here, and the speeds will be done here. This would be like, these are Z speeds, Y speed. So it's set at 100. So for example, you would change this to 200 to 250, and it would speed it up. I have to look like in detail when I'm like not on stream, and I can like sit down and actually use my eyeballs instead of just scanning this, you know, like zoomed out too far. But yeah, you can change any parameter of the machine through here. So we would make that faster. Fire up that benchy. We have time. Yeah, 30 minutes. All right, we got to do it right now. All right, we're going to save this config. Let this thing reboot. You wrote Mandarin. I didn't write that. Just change the X and Y speed. Yep. I'll do it later on when I can like have a moment. I enjoy watching your builds. Thank you, sir. Did you ever see the Hexapod CNC? I have not. That sounds cool. Oh, Patreon. Nice. Thank you very much for being a Patreon member and a YouTube member. That's very kind of you. I really like this little printer. From what I can tell, Kingroon did a great job. Yeah, I thought they did a great job with the previous one. What's up with this, though? Why do I keep dropping Wi-Fi? So my router is upstairs and all the way against that wall. So it actually shouldn't be a problem here. However, my Chitty-Tech machine does a kind of a similar thing sometimes. And it has a similar MKS setup. Okay, let's do 60, 200. I'll purge some filament. While it's heating up, let's take a look at what the bed mesh looks like. Okay, still kind of wild. Okay, so it's 0.2. Point 0.7. That's kind of extreme. And honestly, it looks fine to me in person. With okay, so it does both of these. All right, that's fine. That's what mesh is all about. All right, wow, that heated up instantly. So it looks like they printed with yellow previously. Nice little purge. Let's pull that back just the hair so it doesn't spew everywhere. All right, let's hit this benchy. Let's see how it handles it. Love the preview. Well done. In fact, in here, I really like going to this and turning this up so you can like see what your files are. So this is, for those that don't know, whenever you load files from Clipper or your slicer, they go here. And this gives you a preview of them right away. And from Orca, this part is built in. Here, so just so you see what the machine's doing. Looks like we're doing our little purge line. Yep, cool. And what I'll do is, here, I will go to... right here, this is where we can control the Z offset. And I won't need to, because it's looking good. Yeah, that is a great first layer, so no need for that. So we can just enjoy and watch it go. Let me get you guys, well, not this camera, this camera. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, we'll move this one. So this one was just an extra nice to have. Let's get this one somewhere where you guys can actually see the benchy. And what I'll do is, let's go to console. Let's get in there. Holy fan, jeez, that caught me off guard again. That 50, oh, first of all, that is a lot of air. I can feel it over here. Wait, can you tell how far away I am? Oh. Can you tell how far away I am from the machine? Further than my hand. I can feel that. Holy moly. Like I said, there's a duct STL available on the SD card. Let's get all angles. Alright, and then I can make this one full screen. Oh, can we do this? Oh, yeah. There we go. We got picture in picture in picture. That looks like a high flow high end. It is. How are they getting that much air out of the fan? So Renovik, it's not a standard 50-15. It's the kind that's open on the bottom. So it doesn't just go into a small space. The whole thing is open on the bottom. Why is the camera worse on Clipper? So it's because some of the Raspberry Pis that are built into boards like this aren't very powerful. So that camera is literally just meant for time lapse and for, you know, monitoring the print like this. It's not ever going to be super crisp. Now there is settings that you can do in the camera settings themselves to make them faster, but it'll take up more processing power, and the best way to handle that is essentially, whoops, oh, that's super zoomed in, essentially going back into here, going into this graph, and making sure you watch your temperatures. So right now it's at 65, 80 is the limit. So technically, we should be able to, you know, let this thing go for a little while and then determine if we can turn some things up and let it use its processing power. So you definitely don't want it to overheat or use all of its resources. So they're just playing on the safe side and giving you 1 FPS. I actually don't think that's a problem because you know how time lapses work. at the end of every single layer, it will take a picture, and 1 FPS is more than enough to do that. Yeah, the PI sheet is definitely not flat according to our bed, but with things like camp and doing a mesh right before every print wouldn't be a problem. Look at that baby dance, yeah. Imagine it's a 12-volt fan and they're running at 24. Like a scaled up 4010, yes. 50-15 fan, but in the shape of a scaled up 4010. Yeah, that's correct. What is the camp mesh? Or the whole, yeah, the camp only mesh is what you need to print. So if we were to do this, it would mesh just the couple little probes around the benchy, and that's all it would do. Man, this thing is bulking it, guys. It's not going to take 30 minutes, I don't think. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to try to copy these settings to my machine and see if I can get it as close. Like, can you get a KP3S Pro and make it as good as this for a similar price? I don't think so. My hot end on that thing alone is probably worth more than the machine on this. No, I meant what it showed. Yeah, it's just going to be laggy, Jack. It just is. Yeah, like my KP3S Pro is very reliable. It does not print this fast, and I never even attempted to have it print this fast. There's no reason why I can't match this machine hardware-wise. It's pretty much the same. This hot end might be a little bit lighter because I'm using the pancake motor. Man, this thing is... She dancing, huh? Clipper in my use has only shown me one disadvantage, because it batch feeds instructions to the MCU. If you have an issue, it hits pause, it cancels the response. Isn't immediate. Yes, that's true. I think if you hit pause or cancel, it's not true. But if you go to the top right and you hit emergency stop, that's immediate. I had mine up to 175 per sec. I think mine is at 220. I think that's the fastest mine goes to, but the acceleration's kind of slow. The acceleration is only like 2600 or something. I had to do 200, but the print quality wasn't good. Mine is the same way, but when I kick up the accelerations, it's not that good. But it's such a small print bed. Wait, you just ran level and then started the print, no change of offset? I did offset first. It's a built-in interface to do offset. Then I restarted. Then I did bed mesh, and then we're good. No, not stock hot end on my KP3S. Oh, you're saying you're the stock. Okay, yeah. No, I'm using the Zodiac, the Thetis, Zodiac and Thetis Dragonfly, with a super expensive nozzle, like just the overkill nozzle. The Zodiac nozzles before they got bought out by E3D. Any word on Clipper on the Flying Bear Go 6? Yes, John. I have these devices to use on that machine. I have the predetermined configs. I just haven't had the time to actually do it. There's no reason for it not to work. So it should be pretty easy. Diamondback, LOL. That's on my Voron. Nice. Oh, the Diamondback nozzle? Yeah. That's a pricey one, too. Yeah, this is going quick, yeah. Should we get a better angle? That thing is cooking. Also, I don't know if you guys just noticed that, but it what's it called? It ironed, it ironed that top level. It ironed the deck. Good bed adhesion, yeah. Yeah, very good. Yeah, for the bed, for Z offset, I use this Chitty Tech little plastic paper that they give. I think these should be available, like, for everybody. I think you can buy them from Chitty, but, you know, I wouldn't buy it. But this thing has been really nice. I get it kind of tight to the point where it, like, really drags, and it almost always works perfectly. To the point where I keep it on my desk. That overhang looks good. Yeah, look at the cooling on that thing. That is looking clean right there. I'm excited to see. Never done Clipper, so I'm a bit nervous to try it. Yeah, so that is the thing about it. It does seem complicated at first. Like I said, now I can't go back. I feel like it's the best. Yes. So I know what you're talking. I know the feeling. There's a Russian guy that did a bunch of mods on the Ghost 6, like a lot, and he has a thing in Russian. And I to make it easier on myself, I just have Google translate the entire website, and he has all the resources for Clipper. You might need to search for that guy if you want to beat me to it. It has no bow line, retiring the switch wire. If it has no bow line, we'll see. Looks good so far. Are you going to have a look at the KLP1 machine? Maybe get a review machine. I tried it when they first announced it, and they said no. I haven't talked to them since. They also sent me this, and I haven't talked to them since as well. So I'll probably point them to this stream at some point and see how they like it. Have you had a Delta printer? Yes, I have a Super Racer right back there. You might be able to see its screen hanging right there. Maybe not. It's behind there. Yeah, I love that machine. It's cool. I have it apart right now to do a direct drive extruder on it, and then all of this has been taking up all my time. But if it collects a little bit more dust, I might have to get rid of it for space, because I'm just very limited on space, as you can imagine. But I do really like that machine. It's very fun to watch. It's fun to use. It's fast. It's quiet. It had literally everything that you'd like in a machine. The only thing you don't like is how much space it takes up. It's huge. Do you save every benchy in a special little room? So every single benchy I've ever printed is up there. Not every single benchy I've ever printed. Every spool that's new, I print a benchy, and I put it up there. And what you can't see is it has dual layers of color all the way. So I'm actually in the process of building a little shelf for them underneath, so that there could be more benchies there. But yes, I like benchies. Once you go Clipper, you never go back. Yeah, I feel like that's the case. Switch wires for the bling, not performance value. Yeah, switch wire is a really cool machine. But yeah, I've never had one. I'd love to turn an Aquila into a switch wire at some point. One of these days, I'm going to find an unboxing that goes south with spaghetti. I've had those. I've had streams that are just what was the one? The Clipper Pad. The Sonic Pad stream was just a complete and utter failure. Is this the cheapest Clipper machine? I think the current cheapest Clipper machine is the Neptune 4 by Elegoo. It's $250. The SVO7 is a little cheaper than this as well, $10 cheaper. This one is special though, in my opinion. It's a smaller footprint in every way. Those machines are a little bit bigger, and also the bed goes beyond the machine as well, so they definitely take up more space than this. Something about this cantilever design is so neat. Does the Sonic Pad have a similar clipper like on the Creality K1 or actual clipper? Ooh, how do I answer this? They took Clipper and named it something else. And then everyone was like, hey, you guys can't do this, it's illegal. So they open sourced it. They tried to call it Creality OS or something. It's more closer to actual Clipper than anything on the K1. Both of them need to be completely unlocked to be good. The Sonic Pad is great if you have Ender machines. If you don't have Ender machines, the Pad 7 from Big Tree Tech is way better. How necessary is direct drive? It's not necessary, but direct drive has improved so much as of late that it doesn't even make sense to go Bowden anymore, in my opinion. I would just do direct drive to have everything compact, have less filament moving. I would do direct drive. Linear rails on this beat is smooth. I would say they're better on this because these are 12mm rails, not 9, 12. For example, Steven, my Trident uses 9s on the bed, on the Z. This is all 12s. This is a print farm monster. Yeah. Yeah, I would bet it would be pretty good in one of those. I received my SVO7, it's an X printer, but this one is very quiet, I'm guessing you're saying? It is. That fan is very loud. I know I have noise canceling on. Actually, let's turn it off so you guys can hear it. It's not quiet. There we go. The printer itself is silent. That fan is loud, but that fan is also... Look at that line on the benchy. That fan is working. I am not mad at it. Bowden tube's awesome for getting from your dry box to the printer. I see what you did there. No, Siri. Go away, Siri. My printer scream. Yeah. Still 5 times quieter, yep. Yeah, it still has interpolate on. So. Dang, I can't get Orgasizer to load up. It keeps saying my OpenGL is not supported. Whoa. I don't know. I'm not sure. Are you on Linux? Under Clipper, it's possible to reduce the speed of the fan. Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't, though. You want max. This is PLA. You want max. So here's the thing. If you're going to print other materials, like ASA, for example, you barely need fan at all. So. That's true. She always interrupts. Windows. That's strange. It should be able to just run. There might be different versions. I'm not sure, honestly, Gray. I don't know. I don't know. If you go back to where you downloaded it from, see if there's any issues with OpenGL under issues in GitHub. Yes, you can very easily control fans with Clipper. In fact, the fan controls are right here. Oh, whoops. Fan controls are right here. You can very easily adjust this. I just don't want to. It's doing great. This is cool. I like, yeah, I mean, it's very hard not to like this machine. Everything about it seems exactly right up my alley. This is exactly what I would want. This is what I made. I literally have this machine, minus that screen. Which is the same screen as I have on my Trident. It's actually exactly the same screen as what I have on my Trident. How do you put a direct drive on a 3 or 4 color printer? You would have to have either independent heads like IDEX, or you would have to have a filament management system like a carrot feeder or an MMU, or whatever that color was. I don't remember what the other one's called. That's before the direct drive. Rigged unboxing. Chameleon, yeah, that's what it is. Chameleon. 3D Chameleon, yeah. What time I got? Oh, everybody, before time runs out, it looks like there's only about 7 minutes, maybe less, for the filament giveaway. So go ahead and jump to the pinned comment at the very top of chat and jump in. Let's see how many people are in. 35, so 5 more than last stream. Still great chances to win. You have to be here, and it's US only. Yeah, so for the camera, I believe in here. Also, these configs, these temporary configs, you can remove later, but you can also do this filter and do this, and it kind of just hides them. Just as a side note, Crow's Nest is configured on here. That's great. It has everything we need. Somewhere in here, there's a text document. I don't remember where it is off the top of my head. I think you have this SSH into the machine, but there's a text document where you can edit the camera settings. Yeah, so this is the port 8080. Look, max FPS 15. All right, so if we go to whoops. This copy, and then here port 80. What was it? Port 8080. This should be the camera. Oh, I guess not. I thought that's how this works. Maybe this isn't set up yet. Yeah, it's 4080 right now and 15. There's a thing in here where you can set it up. All right, John. Have a good one. Thank you for popping in here. Everyone's secure for me winning. Yeah, I'd have to mess with it a little bit deeper later, but somewhere in here there's settings for that. Oh, here's the bed mesh setting. Speed set to 500. Sure. Horizontal move 10. Here's the probe count. You could probably decrease that. You don't need 6x6. Right, so this is the THR board. This is the head. That little board that's on the head, that's this one. It has Clipper screen pre-installed, so yeah, you can plug in the HDMI to that. It has Obico pre-installed? Really? I'll have to get, I'll have to SSH into this thing later and see. Guys, there's about like 2 minutes left in the filament giveaway, so go ahead and jump into that, and I will pull, I'll pull the winner when this benchy finishes, which looks like is about 10 minutes or so. Nice. You're going with Clipper. It's definitely good. Just never got my head around it. Yeah, I've been using Clipper on every machine that I get a chance, but this machine comes with Clipper installed, Martin. It's a cool little machine. Hey, Tezza. Cool name. The crease horizontal move for bed mesh saves a ton of time when starting up. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's lots of ways, Renovic, as you know, to increase the speed. Like my X Plus and my Trident are super fast with the mesh, and eventually I will be installing this guy, Beacon, as I'm sure you know. So that will do a bed mesh at 500 millimeters per second without probing. It just moves at 500. Insane. All right, everybody. I think the contest, the giveaway is about to be over. 75 seconds left. There's still time. 37 people. That's 7 more people than last time. Get in there. Beacon on my V4 400, 40 grid in 45 seconds. Awesome. I can't wait to do that, Steven. Micro optimizing, yes. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot. It's really fun. Nice. Doesn't grab the probe, it's already attached, saving like seconds. Yeah. I don't have clicky. I just use the optical probe, and it's been great. I know that eventually it's gonna melt. I've seen that a bunch now, but Papa is gonna win this time, I hope. Or Quinn, he's also been in here a ton trying to win. You know, I hope everyone wins. I can't give them all away, but you know, good luck to everybody. I think it should be over now. I think 15 seconds. Oh, there we go. I forgot that counter is live. 10 seconds left. Let's see if anyone's coming in here last second. Come on, 5 seconds left. And all right, the competition has ended. How many benchies do you have on your shelf now? Oh, Martin, remember ages ago we had that conversation? Remember I had like 30 and you guys had a ton more? It's definitely well into the hundreds. Every filament I own, I print one. Yeah, it's got to be a lot. There's 2 layers to that wall of benchies, so it's quite high. Ding, fries are done. Can't enter Manasa. Yeah, true. Yeah, sorry about that, but soon. I think soon we'll be able to. Great, you kept it going. Yeah, I'm not stopping. I still do it. Every single new roll of filament, I print the benchy and it goes up. And I have a few new ones down there that I still need to print. The latest one was Chitty-Tex carbon fiber ABS. I printed with it, but I did not print the benchy, so I got to do that. Indiana's 67 tonight. Warm. And by warm, I mean cool. My windows are all open at the moment. I actually don't know what the temp is. But I don't keep any windows on down here. I have a humidifier running. Too much filament-related stuff down here. 2 bags of ice. Put the blower over them. Nice. Hacks. How many PETG benchies that you have? Serge asked. I probably have 5 or 6. I see what you're doing. Hey, Melba Toast. What do you do for ventilation? So, I try to print it on enclosed machines that have filters. Like I have dual filtration on my Trident, for example. But I also have a not only a dehumidifier with a HEPA, but also a what's this thing called? The fan with the filter on it. The word's slipping my mind because English is like that. Yeah, I can't think of the word of what that thing is, but it's a fan that essentially just filters the air. Purifier, thank you. Air purifier. Evermore. Yeah, I have an Evermore. But yeah, I have an air purifier down here with a carbon filter and the HEPA filter. And when I run just regular prints, I just keep this thing on kind of low. And then if I run ABS, I turn it up on high. And it does a really great job. It eliminates all smells. So this isn't a very big space. I think it's like 500 or so square feet. And this one in particular, this purifier is rated for up to 650. So it does a great job actually. All right, we're up to the last bit here. Didn't realize you guys are getting blinded. Let's see what the official time is in Clipper. 30 minutes, 13 seconds. Not bad. And I think the quality is good enough to... Oh, they kicked my other camera. The quality is good enough to... the quality is good enough, in my opinion, to kick it up a gear or two for sure. That's cool. That ended up being a cool angle right there. Oh, there you can see the delta and the resin machine. Alright, so now that this benchy is done, before... do you guys want to see the benchy or choose the winner? I think we should choose the winner. Also, my chat is broken again. There it goes. I don't know why. I have to click this thing for it to load. Well, let me go back now. Usually take a deep breath and then blow it out the window. I do the same for ASA, yes. And that wasn't berserk mode. No, it didn't feel like it. This is a pretty conservative benchy. Yes, I like this. Okay, all right. Let's take a look at the benchy real quick. Ooh, yeah, good adhesion. All right, so there is a line, a hull line. Okay, hold on. Let me put this in front of my face. There's definitely a hull line. So it printed a little bit too hot. But look at the cooling. So those overhangs are immaculate. Look at that circle. Let's see the squares and the round. Come on. See the back. Let's get the light on there. What's funny is the amount of light that I have shining on me. Like as soon as I go upstream, I turn all the lights off because there's a giant LED light, like monstrous sized light here. So I have this pointing at my face, giant LED light. I have this thing that's all LED blasting down. I have this thing blasting from this corner. So when I'm done these things, my corneas are just like, my eyes are on fire right now. And let me tell you, this thing looks much better in person than it does on the camera, because the lights, just the way they play with the layer lines. I mean, how can I prove it? How can I prove it? I mean, this looks good though. Well, how come this looks good on the camera and not this? There's barely a difference. I guess I can't really prove it to you guys. This is carbon fiber filament, so it hides layer lines. Man. Well, I think this is a pretty damn good benchy. You can definitely see the matte versus shiny part though, which I think that means that it was printing a little too hot. The standard temperature was 220, which is pretty normal. But maybe about 215, 210 would have been better. Perfect first layer. Perfect. Let's see that little hole on the bottom. Really good. Overhangs. The cooling, I would say, is great. That fan is good. It looks better in person. I'm looking at it through the screen when pointing it to you, and this could be very easily criticized. I would. But when I look at it like this, not at the screen, this looks good. It looks really good. I mean, there isn't even a little droop right there. There's no little droopy. There's not a single little droop of filament. Like usually there's like a little duke right there. Anyway, light reflection. Yeah, there's so many lights everywhere. Yeah, there you go. Randy knows. Arches are clean, yes. Yes. Light and reflection. Gray shows best. Yeah, we'll do gray next time. Always something, yeah. Yeah, good first print. Yep. Definitely has great cooling. Yep. Cooling fans, yeah, that thing is nice. Okay, let's pick the winner. Let's pick the winner, and then we can kind of hang out a little bit longer and chat. All right, so I'll go here. As always, I'm gonna go off screen to my side on Gleam here. Let me do a refresh on this page. Okay, one winner unpicked. We are going to draw winner. One winner, draw. Okay, and now we are gonna hit announce winner in widget, announce with avatar, announce. I'll refresh this page. Ricardo D, congratulations, sir. On my end, I see your email and I see your location. So I know who you are. Congratulations, Ricardo. Hopefully you're in the chat. Let me make sure the chat is working. It is. So jump into the chat and claim your role. Rigged Ricardo's a bot. Chat coming through with the comment. So Ricardo, if you're in here, let us know. I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes. So it's 12:10. At 12:15, I'm gonna redraw. Right, that's fair, everybody. Like I said, I want someone to be present for this. I also know that there is a delay, so we got to give them some time. But Ricardo, if you're in the chat, let us know so that you can claim your prize. 30 seconds. Oh wait, maybe back here there's less light while we're waiting. Where'd you find that big benchy STL? This is this STL it's the same as these. It's the benchy V2. It prints up this way, upright this way, so you can still get all of your testing. But it also has a built-in hinge, so you can see what that's like, what bridging is like. And I've been printing these a lot, and it's actually a useful little container. Does this happen often? No, but I want the person to be present. Meanwhile, give us a grand tour of your machines. Sure. I won't be able to carry you much, but I guess I can like zoom in some in a second. All right, hold on. So we got 4 more minutes. No, I'm not gonna redraw quite yet. I want to give them a chance to come back, and I want to be fair. So Ricardo, if you're in here, let us know. Do you still have the Voxelab Aries? No, someone messaged me. Someone messaged a friend of mine that knew me, that knew that I had printers, and they said that they wanted a printer for their son to get into 3D printing. And I just felt like that was a perfect machine. So I gave it to them. So I gave them a roll of filament and that machine. So no, I don't have it anymore. All right, as far as the machines, we can come over here. So I have the SV07 that I've been testing. That's right over here. Really like the machine, especially for that sale price that was at. I have the Magician Pro. It's hard to see. It's a 400 by 400 machine. Okay, so Mr. Okay. Let's see. What's not so revealing, since you say you're Ricardo. Since a lot of people try to troll, because I have some of your information. What is the name of the town you're in? Also, yeah, we got 2 more minutes. No, I'm not. Oh, okay. All right. See, you almost trolled me again. Anyway, 400 by 400 Ming the machine. Love that thing. It's massive. Really easy to print. Works every time. Not you. Okay, I have the Chitty Tech X Plus 3. Actually, can I do this? Oh, yeah. Let's get a close-up. I have to do this. Yeah. Chitty Tech X Plus 3. There's actually a new one that's off the screen over there that I haven't had a chance to compare yet. That's cool. Over here, we got the Creality K1. That's finally fixed, and I can actually print a Mockingbird. That's actually finally fixed and actually decent now. We have the Voron Trident that I built on stream up here. This is just an absolute beast of a machine. If anyone has a chance to build one, highly suggest it. The Ghost 6 by Flying Bear, probably one of the most underrated machines that I've ever come across. I have an original Voxelab Aquila down here, and another one down here that has some modifications that's running Clipper. Actually, no, the stock one's running Clipper. This one is running just basic Marlin. I have the Voxelab Aquila D1 that I'll probably eventually have to get rid of, even though I do honestly think this is Voxelab's best machine. I have the Tronxy, what's this thing called? I don't remember anymore. The Tronxy Gemini S. There's a Tronxy Gemini S. And I have this because it's an IDEX machine and I can print 2 colors or print 2 things at the same time, so I kept that. The Kingroon KP3S Pro, literally what I made this into that, so that's over here. And then I have the Super Racer Delta machine sitting in that other corner. All right, you can chill out now, camera. All right, Ricardo, last call, sir. Ricardo D, if you're in the chat, let us know, or I am going to redraw in 1 minute at 12:16. So you have about a minute to let me know that you're here. And we can go from there. Also, Martin, I have still a bunch of machines to get to. Snapmaker 2.0 being one of them. I have, like I said, the X Plus 3. I have the X Smart 3 as well. I haven't had a chance to mess with that. I have the Flying Bear Reborn 2. That's going to be an exciting build. It's massive. I do have an Ender 5 S1. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Honestly, I don't think it's that crazy. I would love to make it Core XY at some point. Martin, I am looking for my 50th machine. I kind of want it to be special. SV07 would be cool. We'll see. Yes, that is Winamp. All right, redraw time. Okay, Ricardo, I tried to be fair, sir, but I would really like to give away a roll of filament to somebody that's here. Okay, so I'm going to unannounce winner. And then somewhere in here there's a redraw. Hold on, I always have to look for a second. Repick win. Here we go. I'm going to repick. All right, we got a new winner. I'm going to announce winner in the window. Refresh. Our very own Bob Euler from Ohio, as he always says. Bob, you have won a roll of filament. You have been in here for many, many, many streams, sir. Rigged Bob is a bot. So congratulations. There he is, still here. Congrats, Bob. Every time Bob enters, he always says, "Hello from Ohio." It's almost like he has a macro on his keyboard, and every time he pops up, he just clicks it. Still, bye-bye. Congrats, sir. Let's see what you said. So we asked the question, which printer you have. So Bob has 4 machines. He has the Chitty X Maker. He has an ANET ET4. Oh, cool. I remember I actually really wanted one of those machines. Still running, huh? The KP3S with clipper. Very nice. LDO motors, Voron 2.4 being built. Nice. That's a beast. Cool. Congratulations. And well, that means that you will definitely be able to use this filament. So, Bob, like I always tell people, jump into my email. So my first name, Fedor, 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 at 3dprintsos, and shoot me an email with your address. And go ahead onto 3D Max website, choose a PLA that's currently in stock. Let me know in the email, and I'll get that over to you. You know, I know your actual email address, so if anybody wants to try to send an email claiming that they're Bob, it won't work. So I have some information. But yeah, congrats. Kind of hated that question. I got way too many printers. Yeah, I mean, I would have trouble answering that, right? And now I want to... This is a cool machine. It's a cool one. Absolutely. You're very welcome. I've only got 2, and one I gave to my daughter, so I can work pretty much all the time. You know what? That's not a bad thing. Like, I always think to myself, like, if I could only have 1 or 2 machines, how fun it would be to just really, like, really tune one. Like, really with time, you know? I own 2 FDM machines, a Kingroon KP3S and a KP3S Pro V1. Very nice. I, too, have a KP3S Pro V1. Love it. I would have hated that question a year ago. 26 machines back then. Oof. Yeah, all at the same time. It's too many. I've definitely pretty much continuously slimmed down the herd. And I still have too many. I mean, I can't use them all. I don't do mass printing or anything like that. Although I honestly wouldn't mind if there's like a local company that needs something where I could use like a series of my machines to just dedicate to printing some, you know, like single object or several. I think that would be cool. I would love to do that. I have 8 and my wife hates me. I know the feeling. I started with 1 and then I built a second one. And that was kind of fun. And then I got a 3rd one and a 4th one. And now my entire basement has been taken over. So yeah, John, I can relate. Gonna do the Mercury 1 conversion for the Ender 5. So maybe. There's some options. I think they're all too expensive. It makes it really difficult to recommend the machine because it's just expensive. And Creality's recommendation is to use it with a Sonic pad, which I don't mind, but that's another $160 to add. So it's $500 plus the pad. So you talk about a $650 machine. That's the price of a K1, a P1P, maybe even a P1S. Do you know what I mean? And it ends up being a Cartesian style Ender. So that's why I haven't felt 100% enthusiastic about it, and that's just me being honest. I gotta get rid of an Ender 3 V2 with 400 by 500 kit soon. Oh man, this tiny one. Well, that's quite the. That would be quite the 180, wouldn't it? So those Enders with the extender kits used to be so cool. Like, I still have my 400 by 400. It's actually down there and way down on the floor. It was such a cool machine. It just the times have changed, right? Oh man, 4 resin printers. I have a resin machine. I just can't do it. Oh, Ricardo's here. You missed it. Ricardo, I already picked the winner. You were the winner first. I gave you 6 minutes to come to the chat, and I had to redraw. You know, remember I said I'd like the person to be here present when I draw. You know, to thank those that stay in, and I'm sure you had to leave for just a second. So my apologies there, but you know, better luck next time, sir. I'm down to 7. Yeah, that's probably a better number than what I have here. I'm gonna send my extras out to the curb. I ordered more. Jeff can't stop. With a price, because if they're marked free, right, they'll sit there forever. True. Like a mattress. Go find the Hexapod CNC and make it a printer. I gotta look into that. That's the price they are here. Yeah, I noticed that. All good. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel bad about that. Especially now that you're here now. You know, because some people enter without knowing. Well, I try to write it everywhere, too. But some people enter and then just leave. Because obviously, you know, these are long streams. You might not know. You know, you might have to go. I understand. But it's always a bummer when I pick somebody and then they're here just later. Try to win in Fall Club. Absolutely, Ron. Have a good night, and thank you for jumping in. Need a V0 for all the Volrons, then VZ for fun. I too need a V0, and I have one. I have one down there. The new FISEC 0.2 R1. I'm gonna get through some of these machines, and then I'll start a build. So there you go. You heard it here first. All right, so let's do kind of like a conclusion on the feels of this machine. Here, let me zoom this thing out again. Yeah, I agree, Tessa. I think this is pretty phenomenal. Wow, that thing looks pretty busy over here. So we have the camera hooked up. Let me just unplug it. It was a good test. But here's the thing. I like the way that they set everything up. I think this is a noteworthy setup. Here, because this. Let's go here. So, I think they did a great job with this clipper setup. I think these macros are very well done. I'll go back in and remove the non-English stuff out of here, just so it's easier. And that's really easy to do. There's just, you search for the macro, just change the name. Automatic filament change, a preheat button. Oh, look at that. You can just set it right here. So you can set the temperatures and then hit preheat, and it'll just preheat, so you don't have to individually press them. Auto leveling is built in. Z offset is built in. Save Z offset. Interesting. It did it though. Input shape. This is just good. It's done really well. I think someone asked. Actually, I didn't get a chance to answer. I prefer fluid, not for any good reason. Just that all of my machines are on fluid. I've never used mainsail. I have nothing against mainsail. I just don't know. I've never used it. So I'm very comfortable with fluid now. So I just kind of put fluid on everything. Even the Big Tree Tech CB1 and Pad 7 that I'm working on a video for right now, I uninstalled mainsail that comes in it and installed fluid just because I'm a fan. Hey, it's been a long time, but is there any software update for the Aquila? I don't know. There is a firmware called Professional Firmware, something like that. That would be my suggestion. Voxelab Aquila Professional Firmware. Yep, this. Classic rocker. Yes. Okay, so this is the link. You know, you guys saw what I just typed in. So Classic Rocker 88 has this. There's a build for July. This adds so much functionality to your Marlin machine if you want to stick with it. It looks like it works for all chipsets, all boards. Man, yeah, it even has some files here. But yeah, this firmware is really cool. It gives you pretty much everything Marlin has to offer on your screen. So you would go right here to releases. Yep. Yeah, it looks like this. I mean, if you guys look here, how much stuff it has. The amount of work that they put in. This thing is cool. Linear advance. Input shaping. Come on. Ender 3 build. This is cool. So this would be my suggestion. Ace TV, if you want a new firmware for your machine. Is that like a web-based page or an app you installed? So yeah, Clipper runs on the web, and you essentially type in the IP address of your current Clipper machine, and you get this. So yeah, this is running on the web, and essentially everything, your whole printer is right here. This file, this is your entire printer, so you could change whatever here. And there's quite a lot to do in here, and you can calibrate the machine to the utmost. Like, you can calibrate it so much that it's hard to even talk about. Indeed, I did not see anything compete with the Soval 6, but this certainly does. Yeah. This is a good one. This is easily a good one. All Clipper interfaces are webpage. Yes. That firmware works great. Yeah, a lot of people like that firmware. Yeah, absolutely. What is this? What is what? Which one, Jack Black? That firmware? That was the firmware for the Voxelab Aquila and the Ender 3. It's a Marlin-based firmware called Professional UI or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. But it gives you all of Marlin's features. It unlocks them all. So Creality has some things locked away. Voxelab has majority of things locked away on their firmware when you first get those machines. But just throwing that on a USB stick and installing it unlocks everything. No, not Clipper for Aquila. Although I have videos on how to add Clipper to your Aquila. I would say the best way, the cheapest way, yes, on N32. Yeah, and I even included all the files, so you don't even have to do any homework. I would say the best way to Clipperize a Aquila, it doesn't matter which one, H32, G32, N32, they're all Clipperized. I would get one of these. This is a CB1 with a Pi adapter. This costs $36 on Amazon. It has a little Wi-Fi antenna. And this is a very similar thing to a Raspberry Pi. It's a similar spec to a B+, a Raspberry Pi 2 B+. And with this, you can just plug in a USB to your machine and then run Wi-Fi on this with Clipper, and you'll be set. With this thing, you can print the case for it, mount it to your Aquila on the bottom somewhere, and you'll be able to run Clipper. And this thing will be just an absolute beast for $36. That's what I highly suggest. I'm actually working on a video for that thing. I got a Pi, you're done. I would highly watch that video I have of adding Clipper to. Keep in mind that video is going to be on a Sonic pad. There's some extra steps that you won't need to do if you have a Pi. Which board do you recommend to run Clipper on? Anything. Clipper runs on majority of boards. I have a 422 board on my Ender 5. That won't change the firmware over. Yeah, because it's pre 2.7. I think because you don't have... I think because it doesn't have a bootloader. If that's true, there's this little like dongle you buy that can install... it can install a bootloader on it, and then you can change firmware. It's a hassle, but there's older boards that are like that. So does the printer still run Marlin, or you just plug the Pi like the device with Clipper OS installed? So the printer runs Clipper. The printer itself has, you install the Clipper firmware, and it disables the screen. It essentially just runs Clipper, and then it basically needs a computer to run the actual Clipper interface and use the power of it to tell the printer what to do. And instead of the board doing both things, now you have the Raspberry Pi doing all the compute stuff, and your actual board just telling the printer the movements. So because of that, you can run much faster typically with just the clipper installed without much other work. So no, there's no Marlin. You replace all of Marlin with clipper. Pis were actually in stock on several North American vendors last week. Yes, they were. ST-Link. Indeed, that's what it's called. I have one somewhere. It's just a little USB little dongle. I was looking at the BTT Pi. Yes. So the BTT Pi is essentially the CB1 with adapter, but already together. Modbot did a good video on how to install Clipper on it. It's so easy. They have like a predetermined one that has everything pre-installed, kind of like this machine. So, all right, guys, 12:30. I'm gonna get going. I hope you guys all like the stream. Obviously, we only printed one thing. I'll be doing more with the machine and probably do a video on it. I do really like it. Just to go over it a bit more as kind of a conclusion. So it runs Clipper out of the box. The board itself is really well integrated. There's a ton of I/O. I think the best part about it is honestly this hot end assembly. The fact that it has an accelerometer. It has a really nice dual gear extruder. It doesn't use the heavier motors. It uses a really light weight motor. It has auto bed leveling installed. Mine, like for example, my old one doesn't have that. That's probably the only thing it doesn't have. The hot end looks really nice. It has hardened steel nozzles, so you can throw carbon fiber filament through here. I'm surprised with the fact that it has 12mm rails and not 9. This is a total beast. Total beast of a machine, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this one. So if that's the initial or the TLDR as a first use case, it definitely has my attention. And just so you guys know, here, this is probably the best way I can show it. I know a lot of people are concerned about the size. It's not the size, it's how you use it. I always try to say that. So that everyone's fully aware. This is a ender, and this is this machine. So you're not missing anything. All you're missing is size. Oh, here's a great example. I got it. Here we go. Oh, okay, it's already on that camera. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second, everybody. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, back to this. Here we go. All right, hold on. One more second. This has got to go back on here now. Sorry, but I want to show. Here we go. Tighten that up. Move this out of the way. Put this back. There we go. This is probably the best. Hold on, I'm dropping everything. This is probably the best example I can make. Yeah, 200 by 200 by 200. So, here's the difference. Here's the difference in bed size. Pretty close, right? And that's the difference in footprint. It's kind of nuts, to be honest. Is this the most printer you can get in this footprint? Thanks for another great stream. You're absolutely welcome. Looking forward to your Ghost 6 video. Yes, I will work on that. I'm working, unfortunately, with ADD. I'm working on like 4 different videos at the same time, but I will get them out as soon as I can. Great stream. Thanks for the info. Yep, absolutely. I have old bootloader devices. Ah, yeah. Yes, you do, sir. Bob, make sure you send me an email. If I don't get back to you tonight, I will tomorrow. Fetter@3dprintsos.com. Send me which PLA you would like from their site and your address. So yeah, here's the conclusion. Are you really missing anything by buying this machine? This is probably the best use of space. Oh wow, what a coincidence! I'm about to end the stream and our closing song plays. Yes, okay, bedtime. All right, Michael. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. For memory, same as Arduino boards. Yes. Yeah. All right, everybody. I'm gonna call it here. I had a lot of fun with this machine. Kingroon, if for some reason you end up watching this all the way to the end, you know, thank you for sending me the machine and trusting me with an honest review. And I can honestly say you guys are really onto something. Another thing that I could say is $280 I think is a fair price. I think it's fair completely. I do think that if it was a little tiny bit cheaper, let's say between $250 and $280, I think you would have an easier time selling these machines. And I know that's very inexpensive. I understand, but that's where the market is right now. And I think that would be extremely compelling. So I totally, so far my experience, I totally could recommend this at $280. But if I see that it's any cheaper, I'm going to be posting about it, if that makes sense. All right, let's call it there. Thank you, everybody, very much. I appreciate you all. Well, I'll see you guys in the comments. Jump into Discord. There should be links down below. If you guys are interested in this machine, please use my links down below. I would greatly appreciate it. And it would help the channel out tremendously, because YouTube is I can no longer rely on YouTube's payments, I guess. None of it would make sense if I did anymore. So I have to rely on my affiliate links, because I don't take payment from 3D print companies, because I don't want to be biased. I don't want to make commercials, right? I want to make reviews. So I can't take payments there. I don't want to. I'm trying not to take payments. So the only way I can really earn money is via your trust and links. With that, thank you, everybody. Another good one. I'll see y'all in the comments later.